So you exactly what we do, that's how I represent. All cool, understand, change on. Like the little press, I got the crazy shit, so make it. You put the work and stuff to earn until it changes. Strong, so we want to leave the store, the stone, nigga, we walk in the club, more check the problem, let it eat through speak, they can general out. Nigga, we blazing, criminally white, put on back to the numbers to the man, who's cracking the pavement. And they fall like it's all the nigga, we talking to all the niggas, born in the blood, and put the blood in this and cold and the blood, and that's the bird, and what people can't tie, or they not of my kind, they find no man to save from. I hate these niggas, throw shots, but they take some, Christ said, fill up your arms, they get his sword down, I'm up on the sub, before they get it full. We ain't started the war, but I'm an ending, because spiritual war, the turn home with anything. I never ride back in the days, but those days was a lot of young know they call shit like they pop. You can do every time I'm war going outside, when the crib, when you go outside, I get it on outside, when the dust to the yard outside, so when you run outside, you catch your crack when you throw it outside, so you run outside, it's kind of like you're outside, it's a war outside, I get it. Go outside, I get it, going outside. Nobody said it's a war out here. If you put me in the streets, you a war out here. See me all suited up and my fall out here. 752, fucking car out here. One murder, I celebrate the jar out here. Yo, kid, scared of motherfucking shit. People sit up in the church and these rounds get out the surface. If you cross that line, you get out of the worst. It's all that hurts and finish with that hurt. You got so sight, you medicine that nurses. Keep us like a person. Go on with that kind of war. People put it out there. I don't like the metaphor. Get this kind of focus. You won't need some metaphor. So you just feel like you went behind the metaphor. They say I got some schools, and that's cool too. But let me let it go. Let it go. It's like I trace from your food to a pool. Come up with this strategy. Maximizing your happy. Perfect. They get out like a masterpiece. Run out to let that nigga onto a masterpiece. Never see the bar. It's like the way randomly. They can meet with your majesty. Take it, they hate the savage. I try to leave a record over the minute it's happening. You're like gravity in the middle of the damage. I see the damage. It's starting with my family. Rumble records be mad at me. All the up in their majesty. They work sweet. Sit in their mouth. They cause a cabbage. Yeah, it's cool. Nothing. Going outside. When you crib, when you go outside. I get it going outside. When the dust to the yard outside. So when you're going outside. Catch your crack when you throw it outside. Cause it's a war outside. I saw it throw it outside. That's kind of like you glad that you're outside. Cause it's a war outside. I get it going outside. You go to the crib when you go outside. I get it going outside. West Philly, baby. I'm one West Philly, baby. I'm one West Philly, baby. I be one West Philly, death Philly, baby. One West Philly, baby. I'm one West Philly, baby. I'm one West Philly, baby. I be one West Philly, death Philly, baby. I be one West Philly, death Philly, baby. They ain't scaring me, but the soul out of Pharisee. Speaking heresy, talk up a barely. It's like they hearing me. I said, chill, they ain't hearing me. They ain't listening. Every door makes you listening. Get your heart ready to start getting you. Getting dividend, so start getting ignorant. I be doing the soul shit. I told you different knowledge. Not really a knowledge. So let me fuck around with you. Ryan Calico, this is funny. It's on the army. Shit, team of all-star. Came up like a Popovich. Fuck the politics and the logics and the politics. They vagina, so we can check it like a psychologist. It's kind of obvious how the situation design is the way I this is regurgitate what I'm on here. It's all I'm the competition is always from the air with it. People like ballers and the flow drinks. Shit, got to recall sex on the dominance. Won't let her and round it. Because I be from west to the left to the depth. I'm on west to the pyramid. I be from west to the depth to the pyramid. I'm on west to the pyramid. I be from west to the depth to the pyramid. I'm from west to the pyramid. I be from west to the depth to the pyramid. I'm from west to the pyramid. It's everything quiet. It's my own. But I'm right like the roof. I'm a Uber. Rhyme all like the review. I'm a producer. Now I'm in the Uber. 70 in the Uber. Or you need a Uber. 70 on the Uber. I'm a dollar. I'm a dollar. My name with every dollar. And I'm not that dollar. Let me say it out. The show hours and the numbers in the day hours. And now I'm going on the road. I'm a poppers. I'm a big road. I'm a choppers. More heavy, more ready in the front house. Never want to say I got the numbers out of order. I'm not going in. I'm not doing that. I'm not living the life. But when the heat so turn to the people's life, I'm ready to meet. I had a least to the top of the energy. And I'm still looking for life on every block for a while. I'm doing the life. I'm doing the night. I'm doing the night. I'm going back to the back to the everything. I'm going back to the everything. I'm going back to the back to the I'm going back to the everything. I'm going back to the back to the everything. I'm going back to the everything. I'm going back to the back to the everything. I'm going back to the everything. Get the dirt. You still landed in the dirt. But who's getting to the next step? See the rise to the dirt. We fell for the lies to the dirt. When you got high with the dirt. I look into the eyes of the dirt. I remember I was only 13 when I met the demon. Gave me the goosebumps from the bump of the cocaine. Told me to sell to my people, make sure to keep me clear. And then he tried to show me, short to me, and he said, I'm gonna hold you down on the ground. How you got me moving this door? Want me a lock up? He said, don't you want the best word of the boy? It's not gonna be it. I'll bitch you, demon, teach you, let it rock up. Bitches let it go, especially when it's pop up. I know you know why. You might have backed up. I'll tell you a little secret, make sure that you keep your mouth shut. Mom got a Lexus, crib in Philly and Texas. Putting up my mom, just got a look for his mama. He's fucking up the house, y'all as you see him, he's in love. I hate it, but I just seen Ryan about a week ago. Back, he ain't looking too good. His knees kind of stuck. I asked him on his shoulder, he got stuck up for his brother. But in 6 hours, fixing his legs will make him crumble. She got a house and mama is looking good. Said the fast took it all, he right back in the hood. I see he trying to hurt me, he gave us back in the 80s. Made us support our babies and make a whole lot of ladies. I know they got me crazy, but saying you must be crazy. It's going to take more than calls for the days. I see niggas strong, so I'm getting lazy. Hey, what? Let's go. You got it. You told me to deal with it. And you know, we ain't going to die. It's the first time. I got around the other man. You guys right? I'm not going to so yeah, I'm still not I don't
Well, no, like I was doing that the first time, but I was so hard yeah, I'm already doing the trade. Too much, man. Yeah. I got nothing to say to motherfucker. No more. He's trying to shot, man. Couple bricks. Something back, bricks. Couple back more bullets. Yeah, bro, I'm gonna go from black bulls. That's all I was. All of them. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Everything. He was going crazy. I know my brother supposed to hear the hymns, she was the duty with the hub and all this niggas like it. Yo, competition say you supposed to mix this shit. When it says it's supposed to? Yeah, it says serve chill with that favorite mixer. I ain't know that. You said what? You know, he in New York, so right. This is like everybody in New York. All right.
Well, yeah, just give me a cut this side, if you don't mind. Trying to make sure that this is wide. Yeah, I'll take it out.
You feel good in your place, make sure that heavy real. I want you to stand yourself up. Good. He said, what's real? Okay. Penny, Jamie, you got okay. So you decided what you did. Oh, that's my first payment. Okay, I just came back from the cash on that. Now, we worry about that. So my lease is about no actually, if I'm going to do or not. That's too much. I think they got that too. And she feel like they did about the water. Well, not the water. She goes to everything, right? So all that shit would be around. I don't know what he wants to do with the security system. He said he's doing the security system. You don't heard about that. Everything else he can get. Like, well, we talking. Hey, man, we're going to do walkie talkie. You can't say go now. You need to all he used to do that way. No, I know the situation. I can get the guy that's going to say, Paul, that's the police guy. Who's home? We need to church. I'm all going to be praying. Yeah, turn around, this is praying. You get climbed in, you're like, where you at? Yeah, I'm going to figure out where you at. I'll say that. I'm over there. Oh, I'm over there. What he did. Yeah. I went to a music video to make sure I had a big ass car. He wasn't drinking a little running around. Because you was out lying to anybody. I don't think anybody
That's a little loud.
Oh. It's loud right now?
Yeah. Oh. Alright, but it's like I need to grab this Bible and try to if y'all mind.
We got a crown too. That's the other one. Okay, yes, my back. We're gonna show my appreciation. Oh yeah, so if you want to appreciate it,
Alright, y'all two out there ready?
yeah, it's good.
That's what good.
But it's wow.
Alright, first things first is clap the roof. And Shalom, Yahweh, Shalom, Shabbat, to all my brothers, Shalom, Yahweh, Shamar, Shalom, Shalom, shout out all my sisters, all right? It's I.S.U.P.K, Minneapolis. Found it? Okay, that's good. Hey, I want to say Shalom to all of Israel. Of course, today is a biblical law class and scripture breakdown class. Of course, you can save the questions for Officer Priest, Padasa Young. Meantime, I'm just going to get into a little topic. Like I always like to start off the class with the introduction as far as, I want to know, what's going on, or if y'all know what's going on in the world as of right now. See what I'm saying? I want y'all to tell me what's going on as far as what pertains to, this class today.
The law class?
The law class.
Yeah.
We kind of already touched on the coronavirus.
Yeah. Oh, that's
good.
Shit, right now, it's like in Italy, they just confirmed 200 deaths in, I think it was 12 hours.
12 hours?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it makes sense because it is a level 3 as of right now.
Okay.
So I'm not sure how soon it's going to take to it gets to a level 4 because it's moving pretty rapidly. I remember we were talking about that yesterday as far as Italy. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Italy. Because within a month, it went to a level 1 to 3.
Right.
See what I'm saying? So people still going crazy once again. I'm still at the slavery, just sitting there like, hey man, this is not pertaining to your city, to your state. Wherever you're trying to go, you got the wrong place. If you're scared, go to church.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I can't help you. If it doesn't fit the airline's policy, there's nothing I can do for you. Go ahead.
So like they're not allowed to go to church right now because they're closed.
Oh yeah, a lot of things, right? And yeah, a lot of things is closed. But long story short, besides that, the law class is pretty much a class that teaches you about the law, statute, commandments, how to govern the people, how to, live with a moral life and a code of conduct. All right, and also make sure you guys' phone is on mute. Why? Or silent, but yeah, how the terminology is. Okay, and if you could share the class for the sake of it's a law class, so it's going to be a very important class, as we all know. Okay, now first things first, man. Oh, okay. No swear. I thought somebody was coming in through the door. But man, look, where should we go pertaining to the law right now? You tell me.
Leviticus.
Huh?
Leviticus.
Why is that?
Because we're talking about the coronavirus, right?
We're talking about the coronavirus. I mean, what's some other things we should talk about concerning the law? Because I mean, a lot of things happen every day. You know what I'm saying?
It's like dietary.
Dietary, pretty much what the brother's saying. You know, that's Leviticus, the 11th chapter. If you guys want to go there, we can go ahead and go there. If you guys want to go ahead and go off the dome, that's fine with me. We're going to get the scriptures and we're going to break it down. Go ahead and tell me more.
Okay, so like I started verse 1.
Mm-hmm.
Leviticus chapter 11, verse 1.
Mm-hmm.
And the Lord spake unto Moses and to Aaron, saying unto them, Speak unto the children of Israel, saying, These are the beasts which ye shall eat among all the beasts that are upon the earth.
Now, once again, a little bit piggyback off of yesterday. We talked about, you know, like okay, food is not a religion, right? It is a preference. You know what I'm saying? Just like, you know, cats and dogs are not food, right? They're animals. You know what I'm saying? They're pets. You know what I'm saying? In this sense right here, like you got, you know, Moses, a wise man, who is giving you the breakdown on what you should eat and what you should not eat. It's very much the same thing when you're working out. You gotta know what fits your body. But at the same time, that's law if we're talking to Israelites at this, you know, point. You know what I mean? As far as other heathens, they'll have you eating some garbage that have you tore up in the long run.
Right.
You know what I mean? And so read it one more time.
Mm-hmm. Speak unto the children of Israel, saying,
Mm-hmm.
These are the beasts which ye shall eat among all the beasts that are on the earth.
It's talking about animals. I mean, these are the animals that you should eat and should not eat on the face of the earth. And remember that Adam had dominion over, you know, those beasts.
Right.
So I'm saying he had dominion over, you know, the beasts and what else was it? That's like the fishes, you know, he pretty much everything. You see what I'm saying? And you know, like everybody knew in Israel what to eat, what not to eat, and they knew the punishment of what would happen if you disregarded that diet. Keep going.
Verse 3.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever so parteth the hoof and is cloven footed, and cheweth the cud among the beasts ye shall eat. Okay. That shall ye eat. Right.
So where are some of those animals that do those things?
So what are some animals?
Yes.
Basically.
Yeah, and it's really good too. It has like the texture of a steak. Shalom with Christ, sir. It has the texture of steak. Like I had it in chili before. And it was really good. So like, give me some more.
Giraffe.
You said giraffe? It's like, I know it's lawful, but I don't know if I can eat it. You know, I'm gonna have to wait on it. You know what I'm saying? I heard giraffes is lawful. I even heard, you know, crickets is lawful. There's a few brothers, you know, who are Benjamites, and some of that Judah is like, it's pretty good. It's actually kind of, you know, true. Go ahead.
Which is relevant to right now, what's going on. The locust is lawful, right?
Right.
Which is
yeah. Yeah. You see what I'm saying? It's go ahead.
So like, didn't like Paul or somebody was eating locusts?
Yeah, kind of. So like, yeah, she's bad. Yeah. But yeah. Where's that in the scriptures?
Oh, it wasn't Paul, it was John the Baptist now.
Oh, I think it was John the Baptist. Yeah. I wasn't See what I'm saying? It had to be John the Baptist. So, but you get that point, right? So I'm not going to touch on that too much. See what I'm saying? Because that's a long list. And by the way, you know, it's a full breakdown on that as well. You want to search it up on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? But we are going to stop right there. That's just a few examples. It's just giving you like an example of what you should eat and should not eat. And that's very important because like even the whole coronavirus coming around, it's not even you being clean as far as having that sanitizer. You know what I'm saying? Not being clean people. So it's very, if you having unlawful sex, right? You can catch any disease. Paul talked about it in Romans, the 1st chapter, how the Most High will give us up to vile affections. That's what it's talking about. You know what I'm saying?
So like,
go ahead. Like when you said that
like you can't touch nothing they touch and stuff like that. That's what they said.
Yeah, and then also too, it talks about how you know, when semen comes out of a man's bride, you know, clean. But then there's a thing where if blood comes out of, you know, out of you as well, as far as your penis, which you can, you're also clean. It's about, there you go, it's fire. That's the whole purpose of it, right? Even like you gotta watch your clothes, you gotta watch yourself, you gotta, you know, pretty much quarantine yourself. See what I'm saying? So, yeah. But also besides that too, what else can you apply pertaining to the law? Go ahead.
So, like, I just might not go over it, but
No, it's fine. I mean, it doesn't just have to be that topic, by the way. It's the point I was trying to make.
I want to pull Galatians 6 and 2, because like in this time when we see like the coronavirus and you know the Most High putting judgment on the earth, you gotta lean on one another to like make it through this time. It's kind of try to move the law. So Galatians 6 and 2 says, bear ye one another's burdens, and so fulfill the law of Christ. So like we, you know, hold each other down, it'll help us get through these hard times.
Of course. What story? What's a good story that you can tie that to as far as Galatians?
About us holding each other down. Shit. What's the
Come on, I know y'all got it. Go ahead.
I got a story. How my brothers were just having my back for the last. I've been going through hell. I've been going through hell ever since the first was the so-called New Year, the first of this month, the first of January. I've been going through hell, and man, my brother just been having my back, you know, like unconditionally, like it don't matter. I call, they already there, they got my back. So man, that's my story. That's recent. I love y'all to death, man. I ain't gonna lie to you. Y'all always there for me, so I appreciate y'all.
No, man, and definitely appreciate your service as well. That's why we prayed about somebody else.
Yeah, right.
You can't tell us nothing about this man. You know what I'm saying? He has been there. He has showed his face. Now he's true. Go ahead. And he's going to come off so very soon.
Right.
I can't wait.
I don't know the exact scripture, but I remember we were going over a story about, I think, Abraham and his nephew.
You said who?
Was it Abraham and his nephew?
Oh, yeah. You're talking about Abraham and Lot.
And Lot. Basically, he held him down, though, basically.
Right.
And he went and sent the troops for him to go get him out of captivity.
Right. Exactly. And now I'm glad that you said it, because that's what I was thinking about. You know what I'm saying? Because of the law, like it's funny because brotherhood and the law class work hand in hand with each other. You know what I mean? Because brotherhood is something that you have to do. Right. You know what I'm saying? If you're given a law, you gotta follow that law. Right. It's like if you like in the law, like I taught a class a long time ago. It was called Law and Order. And pretty much the reason why I call it law and order was because a lot of people think that they have an option when it comes to serving the Most High. It's, you know, take out the trash. It's, you know, you can't sleep with white women. You gotta sleep with this sister. You know what I mean? You gotta sleep with this brother. You see what I'm saying? Like it's something that you have to do and you have to follow. You know what I mean? And also too in Deuteronomy, it talks about how you gotta teach it to your children always. Right. When you're laying down, when you're chilling, when you're out and about walking amongst each other. See what I'm saying? Don't do that all the time. Like even if you don't say nothing even outside, your appearance attract people. And you break down the law to them. Some flee and some don't. See what I'm saying? But those that do not flee, they really want to hear that. And every time that you offer this Bible to them, you're offering them life and not death. How do you offer somebody death? Is if it's something that's unlawful. You know what I'm saying? That's the simplest concept that you can, you know, give a person or to understand. Because that's what you're doing when you talk about the Bible. You ain't there just to talk and just to, you know, be on the street corner and be online. You know what I mean? You got some people that don't know what the hell they're doing. A lot of people think that they are ordained and they're not. Right. You know what I'm saying? It takes a huge responsibility to withhold this job and you do that. Or better yet, in the work of the Lord. Okay? So anybody else want to say something? Kyle? Because he said Abraham, Sathar said, you know, his personal story, which is a beautiful story. How about yours?
I don't remember the act that perfect precept, but I know in the Maccabees back and took over and saved the temple. So
that's right. So that would be the Feast of Dedication.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that's what I'm saying. They also talk about Christmas. The Feast of Dedication tops that.
Right.
Plus, it's not a wicked history. We was doing something for our people. And you know, it's so funny because each high holy day or holy convocation, It all goes back to the Most High.
Right.
He gets the glory. See what I'm saying? It goes all back to him. That's why we say all glory to the Most High, because it's not all about us. All glory, like, it's funny because the Most High boasts about us, but we give him the glory. Because we ain't nothing. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, and with that, I'm going to pass the class to Officer Kudas.
Hey, no, that's a good way, man. I appreciate it. Appreciate you holding it down. Gonna get into it, man. Good to see y'all brothers. You know, always good to come to class and strong brothers in the building. You know what I mean?
Still got it in the Bible.
You said you need the Bible?
Yeah.
Good. That one I need. I got this one.
I can read the 16th.
You got it?
I'm glad you said it.
All right. If you haven't already shared the class, go ahead and push this truth, man. Share the class. Also, go check out I.S.U.P.K.com and hit that donate button. Donate to this truth. Support this truth. Because, you know, like I said, we really out here on the front lines doing this work all through the earth, outside the earth. Blacks, Hispanics, and Natives, you know what I'm saying? We housing, feeding, clothing, counseling, you know, whatever is necessary to make our people find self-sufficiency. You know what I'm saying? That's what we're doing. And beyond. You know what I'm saying? So much more than that. But go to I.S.U.P.K.com and support. You know what I'm saying? Throw your phones on, we share the class if you haven't already done it. You know what I'm saying? And donate to this truth, man. Like I said, it'd be way more worth all the money you done spent on liquor, on hoes and weed and the Asians with your toes and nails. Like, who? It's all vanity and all things that you do for yourself. Do something for someone else. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know that we out here for our people. The one thing you do know, that's why y'all call us, you know, racist and all that, because y'all know we out here for our people. So if you want to help your people, go donate to this truth on the command of General YAHANNA. You know what I'm saying? The I.S.U.P.K. on 125th Harlem, New York, man. Go do that. All right. But also, if you have any questions, let's get them questions, man. Go. So like, go to Facebook, YouTube. So like, go to Facebook and YouTube. Type your questions in. You know what I'm saying? Type any questions you may have. Go ahead and type them in, and we'll try to get to them today. You know what I'm saying? Lord willing, on Facebook or YouTube. Is the chat working on YouTube? Because sometimes the chat don't be working.
Yeah.
But it's working for sure. We got. It's still working. No questions. No questions online. No questions in the room. All right, so we're gonna get the questions in the room. Let me go ahead and make sure I share. But I've been talking about sharing. Let me make sure I share the classes. Yeah, I'll make sure I push this truth on my page, because you never know, man. You know what I'm saying? This Facebook, you only get so many people that see your post and see the things that you're doing. So it's really good to share, because you never know who's going to see it, who's going to reshare it. You know what I'm saying? Who this truth will hit. Like you said, like the scriptures say, many are called, but few are chosen, and my sheep will hearken to my voice. I'm paraphrasing on a couple of scriptures. You know what I'm saying? What I just said, but my sheep hear my voice. You know what I'm saying? And it hit people different. I know when I heard this truth, it hit different. You know what I mean? I'm like, man, this is the truth. Like, you know what I'm saying? I need, this is where I'm supposed to be. This is what I've been looking for my whole life. When I found it, you know what I'm saying? I was, and we're gonna get into a couple of some of those things, because when it comes tonight, you know what I'm saying? Like, first come back, it'll be over tonight, but we are in the last days, man. And it's a lot of things that the scriptures talk about in the last days. And we're gonna get into a couple things into the topic. Being in these last days, we're gonna get to talk about a little bit of it, but we also want to talk about being slack and laziness as brothers and sisters in this truth. You know what I'm saying? That's very important in pushing this work. You know what I'm saying? you're doing the things that you want to do that's going to benefit you personally, but you don't have that same energy when it comes to doing the Lord's work. And it's not going to come out, you know what I'm saying? It's not going to work out good for you. You know what I'm saying? You're going to enjoy it in the beginning, and you will pay for putting more energy into the things that benefits you than things that benefits the Lord. You know what I'm saying? And you got to really pay attention, you know what I'm saying, to the energy and the effort. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, when we was in the world we understand how hard we went to buy that weed. Right. Brothers looking at crevices and creases, 2, 3 in the morning, you know, on the streets, you know, scraping up dollars and nickels, you know what I'm saying, out there on, you know, searching high and low to put a weed man for a 2 for 15, you know what I'm saying, a nickel bag, you know, you gotta really think. And then you come in this truth and you do the bare minimum. You know what I'm saying? So you really pay attention. So we're gonna get into some scriptures about that in the end time. But go ahead, brother. Let's get the question. You had the water for the drink, for the strong, glory. So I appreciate that. Keep that, you know what I'm saying? That's definitely U.P.K. You know what I'm saying? We had a general, you know, something like, hey, give a hand. But I'll think about all the captains. All the captains that got raised up, man. We got some cap 13,000, 10,000. All y'all captains, man, y'all deserve it. All y'all brothers, man, y'all been putting in this work, man. That is of the Lord. You know what I'm saying? Every one, man, I would like you, man. You know what I'm saying? The Lord is in the U.P.K. We got some of the most amazing brothers and sisters, but y'all brothers deserve that. All y'all captains that got raised up, man. You know what I'm saying? Congratulations to all y'all from Minnesota. You know what I'm saying? But go ahead, what's your questions tonight?
So I got 2 scriptures that I want to know, like the scriptures is talking specifically about an incident, right? But it kind of coincides with stuff that happened outside of that event. So all right, thanks.
That's good. So you said the scripture. You said your question is what?
So for this scripture, I want to know, can I use this to cut somebody that might say like, "Oh, the white man gave us the Bible," and because in this scripture it seems like a similar situation happened in history, and I just want to know if we can use that to cut them when he said that.
And then you said it was 2. You said
the other one I want to ask you if this scripture goes. It's talking about Jacob, but I feel like it's the same as YAHANNA, so I want to know if that scripture can like give foresight to like. YAHANNA.
We'll fix up here. Let's get it. What scripture? Let's get to the scriptures.
The first one is 1 Maccabees 2 and 48.
Let me get that with you. 1 Maccabees. Yeah, we don't want to.
2 and 48.
And when, like I said, when we talking about it's all the Bible. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? But we want to make sure that we don't give it off to the people that is something other than the Bible.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
So the Maccabees would be in 1611 too, right? Okay.
Right, the Maccabees that's in the Bible. Yeah.
Right.
The original Bible before, you know what I'm saying, it's in the Bible. 1611 Bible had them all together. Yeah, had the whole, the whole thing. Right. You know what I'm saying? It's in the middle. You know what I'm saying? The New Testament is in the beginning. The Apocrypha, the books that was taken out of the Bible, and in the middle, then you got the New Testament. I mean, the Old Testament. I said the Old Testament is in the beginning. The Apocrypha is in the middle, and then the New Testament is at the end after that. All right, but you said first.
First Maccabees chapter 2 verse 48.
First Maccabees chapter 2 verse 48. Let's get it.
It says, "So they recovered the law out of the hand of the Gentiles and out of the hand of kings. Neither suffered they the sinner to triumph."
Okay. So let's just real quick. Let's go up three about it, and let's bring it down to that.
Come. So 45.
Yeah.
"Then Mattathias and his friends went round about and pulled down the altars." Verse 46. "And what children soever they found within the coast of Israel uncircumcised, those they circumcised valiantly." Verse 47. "They pursued also after the proud men, and the work prospered in their hands." Valiantly.
Grab that word. Let me double check on that word. Grab that word real quick in the dictionary. Just to make sure. I think I make sure it's the same one I'm thinking of.
So like you said, First Maccabees, the 4th chapter?
Second chapter.
Me too.
Yeah, 2nd chapter, 48. And you know, we love the Maccabees, you know what I'm saying? They got some amazing stories. You know what I'm saying? Some of our, holy days, you know what I'm saying? That story of that sister with her 7 sons.
Right.
You know, that's just something you never forget. Like, man, like if you eat pork after reading that story, you are a cow.
Right.
You are the real definition of a cow when you can read that story in the Maccabees and about that sister and what she went through with her 7 sons. Still eat pork after that. And that's the second Maccabees or the first?
It might be first.
Might be first, but I forget which Maccabee. I know that's the Maccabee. But go ahead.
Valiantly, with courage or determination.
With what?
With courage or determination.
Courage or determination. That's it on it? All right. So read that verse again.
And what children soever they found within the coast of Israel uncircumcised, those they circumcised valiantly.
With courage and what?
And determination.
With courage and determination. And we understand how important it was in Israel to be circumcised. Like on the 8th day, like right now, anybody who's thinking like right now in today's time, if you're not circumcised on the 8th day, you have not lost the kingdom yet, right? Because the scriptures talk about being circumcised in your heart. You know what I'm saying? Because there were some people that were circumcised and not keeping the law.
Right.
But then you got some who are uncircumcised and are keeping the law. Who's better? You know what I'm saying? Who's more righteous? Which one of them, brother, you know what I mean? And that's what it's more about, like at a point, you know what I'm saying? We used to not be able to come back into the fold if you missed the Passover, if you wasn't circumcised on the 8th day. Like you was like a kid, like I was a kid, you know what I'm saying? I can't come in, like my mama, what was I supposed to do? I was a baby, 8 days, I can't come in. And that's why Christ, it was so amazing what Christ came to do, to establish the spirit of the law. You know what I'm saying? To understand that you can come in, you know what I'm saying, as long as you serve. It's more to be circumcised in the heart. You know what I'm saying? You can get, go ahead and get that, Israelite penis. You know what I'm saying? Nothing wrong with that. Take that, it's fine. Go ahead and do that. But if you're not keeping the laws, statutes, and commandments, it does not matter. You know what I'm saying? You ain't no better than a homosexual. So you know what I mean? Like what they call it, you ain't no better than a homosexual that's circumcised. You know what I'm saying? Like you're the same, horrible and disgusting. Right. It's about keeping the law, statutes, and commandments, and having your heart circumcised, which is your mind. That we know. You know what I'm saying? Your mind, having your mind right, doing the things, being in the right spirit. You know what I'm saying? And being in the spirit of the Lord is keeping the law, statutes, and commandments. Just like any other spirit you in. You go to a football game, you in the tailgate spirit or the goddamn Christmas spirit. What you doing? You got Christmas shirts on, you drinking eggnog. When you in the spirit, but when you in the spirit of the Lord, you keep the law, statutes, the commandments. You got your fringes on, you got your headpiece on. You know what I'm saying? You're doing in the spirit of the Lord. So that's what that's. So let's get to understand. You know what I'm saying? Why they are. Say that word valiantly. You know what I'm saying? Be valiant about this truth. Go ahead.
Oh, come on. Read verse 48.
Yes.
47. They pursued also after the proud men, and the work prospered in their hand. Verse 48. So they recovered the law out of the hand of the Gentiles, and out of the hand of kings. Neither suffered they the sinner to triumph.
All right. So now, what was your question about this?
So my question was the same way like we went and took our laws back from the Gentiles in that time. The way people said the white man, that the white man gave us the Bible, we know that that's our laws and we took it back and now we're teaching to our people. So can we use this to cut somebody who's saying that, or is that?
No, that's probably giving my hand. That's definitely, you know what I'm saying, about taking it back. You know what I'm saying? And that scripture shows that's a good scripture to show that just because, somebody has something that's yours, don't make it theirs.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like this country right here, like when we tell people Israel is ours, you know what I'm saying? That's not their land.
They be like, well, they over there, it's all them, it's none of y'all. Be like, you come to America, you would think this is all white people land. You know what I'm saying? Listen, believe y'all know it belongs to the Native Indians and all of that because they took the land and genocided the people and things like that. The same thing happened over there in Israel. You know what I'm saying? They took us, we fled out of that. And they took it over and they appropriated, goddamn, what they call it, gentrified it or something. You know what I'm saying? Whatever you kind of want to say, like, you know what I'm saying, to give you what they did. You know what I'm saying? They took it and whitewashed it. There's another word. Like they did with the image of Christ and things like that. So yeah, that's definitely a good one to show that, you know what I mean, our customs and culture was taken from us and we are to take it back. You don't just lay down and accept it. Go ahead.
No, it's like this is basically we're gonna have to do this again because they got it right now again. Basically, they got everything the law, they got everything that belongs to us. Even though they're gonna keep it, they still got everything that belongs to us right to this day. Right. So it's like we're gonna have to repeat what I.S.U.P.K never did back then. We're gonna have to really do it again.
And that's what we're doing. You know what I'm saying? It ain't stopping. We already doing it. It ain't like it's happening every day, all day. The reason that they did what they did back in the 60s is because of, what I'm saying, the word, the truth that was coming out. Yeah, I mean, that whole war on drugs and vilifying the black man is because in the 60s and 70s, they seen that this truth was coming. You know what I'm saying? And so they had to vilify it. They trying to have to use all their propaganda to make it like, these ain't the man that y'all need to follow. They drugged them, they animals, they this and that. You see what I'm saying? Like that's why they push that image of the war on drugs and vilifying the black man and all of that. Go ahead.
So what you're looking for as far as his dedication, that was First Maccabees 452.
Okay, so chapter 4. So the First Maccabees, right? It felt like, you know what I mean? Like it was feeling like we were gonna keep reading a little bit and get right into it. But like that was them, holding on to them customs, cultures and customs. And that's what we deal with right now. People saying, y'all haven't already been here, y'all extreme, y'all radical, and all admitted to it. Right, because that's what we have to do to combat what's going on. Like, you don't look at the fact that, everybody goes to church on Easter. Everybody celebrates Christmas. Everybody, you know what I'm saying? Like, people don't even know why they put the Christmas tree up.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, people don't even know, like, why do we hide Easter eggs on, and have a bunny and Easter egg like they go together? Like, bunnies don't even lay eggs. Brothers don't even know that bunnies don't lay eggs. Sisters don't know. Like, they don't know on Christmas that you're worshiping the tree. Like, when I tell people, I'm like, why do you think you give the presents to the tree first? The tree gets the presents first. Think about it. Why, if it was all about giving presents and giving gifts, why not just give the gifts and the presents? But you got to wrap the gifts, decorate the tree, and then you got to decorate the tree first. Get the tree ready, then wrap the gifts, then go and give the gifts. But you better not go touch one of them gifts once they have that tree until it's your time.
Oh, wait.
You know what I'm saying? Them gifts got to be given to that tree first.
God.
You peek in this room, these gifts ain't for you. They for the tree first. Don't peek at them, don't look at them, don't touch them. You open that room door while my man working with them gifts in that half wrap. It's gonna be World War 3.5, 2.5 or something. You know what I'm saying? But you gotta tell people that, like, when you tell them, like, why do you think you give the tree the gifts first? Think about that. And let them marinate on that first. If this is all about just giving gifts, let's just get up in the morning and give each other gifts.
Right, we don't need a tree.
We don't need a tree for that. We bought this tree, decorated with it, you know what I'm saying? But, that's radical. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's, you know what I'm saying, forceful. Like, let you not come over your mama and help for Thanksgiving. Like, you're gonna be ridiculed as the black sheep of the family. You don't care about nobody. You evil. But when I say, nah, I'm gonna serve the Lord and not do that. You know what I'm saying? Now that's the problem. That's now you are in the cult.
Right.
But the fact that y'all decorate the eggs from a bunny, the devil laid the eggs, is not a cult. The fact that you know these people don't killed all these people on this day for Thanksgiving, y'all know the meaning of it. It's still celebrated with the second.
You're a cult.
But that's not a cult. That's not the cult. Me not doing that is the cult. Like, you know, you say, you know what, you damn right. I am the leader of that cult. You know?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You out your damn mind if you think. But so no, that was some really good points, man, about that, because you know, our people are completely and utterly out of their minds. You know what I'm saying? And it was our people. You know, we was there at one point. You know, we was rapping them prayers. We was out there knocking people over for Christmas. You know what I mean? And my son needs this. I gotta get these Christmas gifts. You know what I'm saying? Okay, how much dope I gotta sell? My son don't have this Christmas gift that he don't deserve anyway because he gets straight F's. You know what I'm saying? Like, but it's all good. We getting it together. You know what I'm saying? They feeling it. You know what I'm saying? They feeling the pressure. You know what I'm saying? Christmas, they feeling the pressure of no Valentine's. Like it's happening. Like they feeling the pressure from the Black community. You know what I'm saying? That's why it's being talked about. That's why, you know, they taking all those precautions. Like we not tolerating nobody talking about Black issues. Snoop Dogg, you gonna apologize. Kaepernick, you won't have a job. Any of you niggas, anybody is deeper. They gonna get money regardless. You know what I mean? But it's the point they trying to push. Like, no, you're not gonna get no money for celebrating Black people, because we understand that that's the end of our empire. Empowering them is like counterproductive. It's like that's the direct line to our destruction.
Yeah.
So no matter if we gave Kaepernick a job, it's the principle of it. You know, they say like, it ain't about the money. They gave Antonio Brown $9 million not to play.
Right.
$9 million to leave. You know, pick up $9 million. Go home and sell the couch. Take $9 million. You see what I'm saying? But they know Colin Kaepernick is better than half of these quarterbacks the product that they put out a lot of these teams. But it was depressing. Like, what we doing, keep these laws, it cripples the economy, it cripples, you know what I'm saying, their whole system. Like, it goes against the grain, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they can't have it. That's why Black Wall Street happened. They know what happens when we become great. We get to build the schools and airplanes and shit, you know what I'm saying? We get to doing too much. We get to not needing them. And they become out something like the sister, y'all see that when that sister Jamil Hill just put out how she was telling all the Black athletes, like, y'all need to start going back to the HBCUs, which is historically, anybody who don't know what HBCU is, it's historically Black college and university.
Right.
And she was like, we need to generate money for our community. Like, do you know how much millions and millions they generate going to these historically white schools?
Right.
Like, one of our Black players went back to Black colleges, and how much money they generate for these schools. And ultimately, you know what I mean? And that was her premise. I mean, they are ridiculing her like she's talking about, oh, she's a separatist. She's talking about segregation. Like, segregation? Like, segregation was government thing.
Right.
We just talking about niggas going to school. Picking the school they going to. This ain't nothing. I did. You know what I'm saying? Like, go to HBCU. Like, yeah, they know if we stop going to their school and stop going to our schools will be smashing them. It's over with for them. All the best players in the country going to HBCUs, man, all the money that's going to be generated. That is, but man, rather than I wish they would do it. You know what I'm saying? It would be absolutely glorious. It would generate so much money for our people in our communities. It's a great idea. But you know, the narrative is they shunning it. They're making it like it's horrible or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And so a lot of brothers, it's not going to do it. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people ain't going to even talk about it. They're going to lose their jobs over talking about it and speaking on that. So like, hello, man, help you. Somebody went with the Let the brother in. Yeah, man. So we gonna hit that door. Is the brother in there? Hey, is the brother in the room in the bathroom?
Okay.
All right, if he's down, I mean, you got it. So was that it? Got one more?
Yeah. It's Ecclesiastes 46 and 15.
Ecclesiasticus. Let's get it. Let me go get that with you. Ecclesiasticus
46. Yeah, 46 and 15.
All right, let's okay. 46, 15. Let's get it.
Ecclesiastes chapter 46 and verse 15.
We go couple up. I like to go, you go 2, I like to go 3. Go to 12 and read back down.
Verse 12. Let their bones flourish out of their place, and let the name of them that were honored be continued upon their children. Verse 13. Samuel, the prophet of the Lord, beloved of his Lord, established a kingdom and anointed princes over his people. Verse 14. By the law of the Lord, he judged the congregation, and the Lord had respect unto Jacob.
I don't know about Samuel, boy, and it was so dope about Samuel. Like one of the stories about Samuel, I like to show you that Samuel being mentioned right now, but there's a story in the scripture that talks about how he was taught first. He was taught how to serve the Most High. He didn't just, pick up, go on the internet, sit in the class, go watch U.P.K, go watch a class, and go out and start teaching. One of them prophets taught him properly how to serve the Most High. And he's being mentioned now. So that's glorious that they, keep on.
Come. Verse 15. By his faithfulness, he was found a true prophet.
Read that again.
And by his faithfulness, he was found a true prophet.
By his faithfulness, he was found a true prophet. And that's damn right. I remember what you said, that's damn right. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? What the Lord done, what commanded Jeremiah. Give him that. By his faithfulness. You know what I'm saying? Like, because he could have tried to raise himself up more than the command in general. But he kept his same rank for when they split. And when everything went bad, he kept that same rank that he had from the beginning. He didn't try to raise himself up. He kept it there. Like, this was the rank that I was before shit went bad. And this was my rank. I've been following the orders I was given. So he continued to raise up. And continue to raise up and raise up. And that's what he did. And I'm like, man, that ain't the most glorious thing. Like, you know what I'm saying? Not trying to go and start my own thing and start something new. I'm going to continue to do what the Lord called me to do. Continue to raise up this shoe and do it. Good.
It's like, when I read it, I was like, damn, because it just reminded me, like, time is going to reveal all, bro. Like, all of these, you know what I'm saying, splinter groups and weirdos and everything, they all fall, and then YAHANNA just never fail. They just remain faithful. So when I read that, I wanted to make sure that was applicable to
man, 100%. And that's a great scripture. Man, get everybody yeah, 46. Man, that's a great scripture to show, brother. But and just to add on it, so what you was bringing about the splinter group and all of that. Let's go to 1 Corinthians 11 and 19. Grab 1 Corinthians 11 and 19. See what I'm saying? Because these goes into, like I said, the scripture, end times, we're in the end times. You're going to see a lot of things going on, like brothers are scared, but they're also scared to come into the truth. So what they're going to do is try to start their own truths, try to start their own schools. They're going to come to sit. They're going to come to sit and learn from you and sit in your classes and learn in your classes and then go, go sit in your classes and learn from you and then go start a group on the corner and put put on my purple and t-shirts on fringes and all type of things like that. But like I said, but before you go to that one, I know you was on it. Finish reading the one you had. So like that was some more on that.
If I go to verse 16.
15.
15?
Yeah, you still on it.
Yeah. By
Ecclesiastes, this was just showing like he was acting like this talks about, can we use this to speak about how we talk about commandments and YAHANNA.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
Ecclesiastes chapter 46, verse 15. By his faithfulness, he was found a true prophet.
Right. And that's what we was talking about, like by his faithfulness. Like I said, Commander General Yohanna didn't go out and start calling himself a whole nother thing and giving himself all this rank. He got the rank that was given to him before everything went bad. You know what I'm saying? The order he was given, he continued to just follow. You know what I'm saying? He didn't try to raise himself up super high priest. You know what I'm saying? And all of this, the comforters of comfort, of all the comfort on the earth, wrap yourself up in me. I am he, and he is me, and we are we. You know, he ain't do none of that. He just said, I'm commanding general. They told me to do this work, and that's me. That's the order I was given. And by his faithfulness, he's been known because he's been speaking it up. And now you got General behind him. General, SHALAM, General Hassayam, Captain Cesaria, Captain Mashak. You know what I'm saying? All the new captains, like, you know what I'm saying? We got, us overweight, got there in Minnesota.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, by his, read that again.
By his faithfulness, he was found a true prophet.
Right. Keep going.
And by his word, he was known to be faithful in vision.
Right. By his word, he was known to be faithful, but he saw the vision. You know what I'm saying? He put it to everybody else. Captain Mark Clark preaching this thing about the blow like C4. You know what I'm saying? Right. That's what his famous coach from I.S.U.P.K used to tell me. He used to say to him back in the day. Hold your post. This thing gonna blow like C4. You know what I'm saying? And this was him by himself in Chicago. Right. They traveled all the way to New York to learn at the feet. He in Chicago by himself. But this is the spirit he got now. You got the whole Midwest. Bang. You know what I'm saying? Well, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's ugly, man. It's not a game. You know what I'm saying? So that's an excellent scripture, because this is going right into the topic of, like I said, of laziness. In time of laziness, which is, you know what I'm saying, it's going to be terrible for a lot of thinking, you know what I'm saying, putting more energy and effort into the things that they want to do than the thing that they're supposed to do for the Lord. You will feel it. 1 Corinthians 11 and 19.
1 Corinthians chapter 11, verse 19. For there must be also heresies among you.
Read that. Look, come on, man. Like I said, this is all scripture. Like you just said, you just say those splinter groups. You just bring it up in the same look. This right here. There must first be what?
There must be also heresies among you.
There must first be heresies among you. Now, who knows what a heresy is? You want to grab it? If you don't know it, grab it, look it up to get it exactly. Heresies among you. There must first be heresies among you. What is that? Okay. There must first be heresies among you. You know what I'm saying? You got it?
I got it. Oh, come. I got it.
Go ahead, read it.
Heresy, a belief or opinion contrary to religious doctrine.
Read that again.
A belief or opinion contrary to religious doctrine.
Right. He might be talking about that. It's a little bit, should be a little bit more on that. Sadducees and Pharisees, like, you might, you know what I'm saying, it's contrary to what they say religious doctrine, because the things that they teach it, they push it off as if it's religion, if it's the truth. But it's going to be contrary.
It's like it says, a hindrance to everything contrary to the church dogma.
Right. Go ahead.
This one says, dissent or deviation from a dominant theory of practice.
Right, the truth. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you got the truth, but then you got somebody who's going against it. The Christian law, you got somebody going against it. Go ahead.
That's the second one too. It's saying opinion, doctrine, or practice contrary to the truth.
Now read that scripture again. Contrary to the what?
To the truth.
Contrary to the what?
The truth.
That's what I was looking at. That's the one. I was like, it should be something else on there. Hey, that's, you know, I like to get the word that contrary to the truth. Opinion something contrary to the truth. They know this is true. They know this is where they learn from, but they got something else going on in their mental that's contrary to the truth. All right, that's what I'm looking for. I'm like, where it says somebody say what I'm looking for. That's why you got, you know, strong brothers like that. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm talking about. Now, read that scripture again.
Come. For there must be also heresies among you.
There must be heresies among you. People that bring in stuff that is contrary to the truth. It must be these things. It said it must be, not should be, could be. It said it must be this. Why must it be this? Read, keep going.
That they which are approved,
that what?
They which are approved may be made manifest among you.
That's why you gotta have the fake so you will know when you come across real. You see what I'm saying?
Wow.
The fake gotta be there. You gotta see fakeness. You gotta see these fake Israelite groups out here. So when you come across the real, you know that's the truth right there. Like I told you, when I was coming in, I was seeing all the fakeness out there. I was sitting in all the classes. I'm like, no, that ain't that. Is that a white man in there? I like him. Did he just say rape a 12-year? Is that lavender? Pretty low. See, the big brother just said, what? With the soldier, one wife. Like, this brother just say, you know what I'm saying? Like, bro, you can't, it must be heresy. Like I told him, when I was I'm like, you can say that you don't agree. Like, and you would rather certain things be going. Like, even to him, we say, you know, brothers, you know, we don't recommend brothers get born to one wife coming into the truth. You know, like, don't worry about that. Worry about, like the scriptures say, seek first the kingdom of heaven and his righteousness, and all these things to be added on to you. Don't be coming here to, all the reason you come here is to get more wives. Like, you ain't gonna make it. You know what I mean? Say that, but don't say it's the Lord don't want you. You know what I mean? But you taking and adding to the scriptures, all type of things, and you being a heresy. Go ahead.
I was going to say, it's so funny because everybody that I've met so far in my little time in the truth, and just hearing everybody's stories as far as I can come into the truth, they always say, like, I saw this video, that video, it was like, this is what I knew, this was the truth, and everybody else was a lie.
That's right.
And it's not a coincidence.
No, it's not a coincidence, man. You hear this truth, like you know. But read that scripture again and say what?
Come. That they, up on top there?
Yeah.
For there must also be heresies among you, that they which are approved may be made manifest among you.
That they which are approved may be made manifest among you. You know what I'm saying? The brothers who are approved, who study to show themselves approved, who've been approved by the Most High. You got to see the fake. So don't, you know what I'm saying? It's going to be these fake Israelite groups, these fake. You're going to see it. You're going to come across fake brothers, fake women. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be fakeness coming up. So when you come across something that's the truth, you're going to know that that's it. You know what I mean? It got to be fake so you know what the real. So you know when you see real. You know what I'm saying? It has to be. It has to be. Thus says the Lord. This ain't something that we made up. It got to be that. So these splinter groups, you see these fake Israelite groups, it has. So now that the truth is coming out, that's why you see we having classes. It's 1,000 people watching the class, but 300 people liking the videos.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't want to be exposed that you're sitting in classes. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to be exposed that you're watching. But we know that you know what I mean? We see it. We hear it when you calling in asking questions under the alias names that you calling about it. All of this garbage. You know what I'm saying? It must be. It didn't say it should be, it said it must be. Read it from the top.
Come. For there must also be heresies among you.
There must be heresies among you in the midst that people watch and listen to. Keep going.
That they which are approved may be made manifest among you.
The things which are approved may be made manifest. And that's in the thing that's happening in this last time. Like, you're going to see many people coming. Like the scriptures say, like, many people going to come. And say, I'll cast out demons in your name. In your name, Lord, I'll cast out demons. Y'all know that scripture?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'll cast out demons in your name. And he's going to say, I do not know you. What you mean you cast out demons? I don't know you do. You know what I'm saying? like cousin. You know, go ahead, bro. You got your hand up back there?
Yeah, verse 20. I'm trying to get an understanding of when it say, it was a chapter, 1 Corinthians chapter 46. You said what he said? Or chapter 11? Chapter 11, verse 20. When ye come together, therefore, into one place, this is not to eat the Lord's Supper. For in eating, everyone taketh before other his own supper, and one is hungry and another is drunken. What does that mean?
Read it again.
It says, okay, when ye come together, therefore, into one place, this is not to eat the Lord's Supper.
This is the same.
Yeah, right underneath. Yeah.
Let me get back there.
It's like John follow the chapter and verse. Chapter and verse.
So this is first.
It's 1 Corinthians chapter 11, verse 20.
All right, let's get first verse 20. So we just said it. We just said 19. All right, come on with it.
When ye come together, therefore, into one place, this is not to eat the Lord's Supper. For in eating, everyone taketh before other his own supper, and one is hungry and the other is drunken.
Okay. So what do you? So when you read that, right? Let me. What is your? You just don't understand it, or what is your? You got a question about it? You just don't get it at all.
I get it a little bit. My question is the Lord's Supper basically, is that like the knowledge?
That's exactly right. That's how I want to do. Like let's get some understanding. It's exactly right. You know, this is the food of what we eat. You know what I'm saying? How we live.
Food for thought.
You know what I'm saying? Food for thought. Knowledge, you know what I'm saying? The water of life, you know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
So it's basically saying like you got one person gonna eat from believe the doctrine of the heresies, and one person, other people gonna believe the doctrine of the people that's still telling the truth.
Do you understand? Read it again. That's so we can get clear. Read.
Okay, yeah. 1 Corinthians chapter 11, verse 20. When ye come together, therefore, into one place, this is not to eat the Lord's Supper. For in eating, everyone taketh before other, and one is hungry and another is drunken.
Right. You take together what you want to do. You know what I mean? So we come together. You know what I'm saying? But you ain't coming in here to really, you know what I mean? You ain't coming in here to eat and get this truth. Right. Some people coming in here to try to, you know what I'm saying, to come against the truth and find fault and find something wrong just so they can go back and blow men's penises or get high or whatever you want to do with your life. You know what I mean? Read, man. Let's get it. You got your hand up again?
Yeah, so basically it's saying one is hungry, basically like hungry for knowledge, and the other is drunken, like he's all confused, like he don't have full understanding.
He don't want full understanding. Like he came there, you know what I'm saying? Because we came here, like I said, you can come here to get something, to learn, to really, or you can be full of shit. Right. I mean, full of, you know what I'm saying? Go ahead, brother.
But like the metaphor he's using, like, you know how man, we have feast days, man. Everybody don't eat the same thing. Some people come here to play this, some people get to play that. So the metaphor saying like you're not coming in just because when you go to, it says like one take it before the other his own supper, like you kind of doing your own thing. They say when you come in here, it's not to do your own thing, you do what you're supposed to be doing. You know what I'm saying?
And that's the point I made. As I said, you can come here to really be about this truth. And really be about getting the knowledge and being about this, or you can just be about, feeding feeding yourself. Like I said, even when we think about in the real, like people come to the high holy days, to come kick it. You know what I'm saying? Because they know we gonna be kicking it and having a good time. But where are you at when we all the rest of the time? Right. When we building, when we sweating and battling on the streets and feeding the homeless out here, where are you at them times? Right. You only want to come when it's time to drink and eat and have a good time. That's why you came here. You ain't come here because you want, you know what I'm saying? You want this life. You want to eat this, so you want this truth. You ain't coming for that. You came here to get drunk, to eat. That's why you here. To experience, to be around some, you tired of getting, messed up. It's kind of like that female who's a whore, but then she gets a good dude, who pays the bills, and he's with her, but secretly, she's still busting down with dudes around, super dick from the Dollar Tree. And y'all already know where I come. She's still busting down with super dick from the Dollar Tree, but she come around you because you pay the bills. You great at paying bills. You great at, giving back massages and being, you great at being stable. She has a stable place to live. Stability. You know what I'm saying? That's, you know what I'm saying with this, like, you ain't about this truth, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm too out the water. You see what I'm saying? That's what it's talking about. Read that again. I do like the scripture though. That's
1 Corinthians, verse 20. When ye come together, therefore, into one place, this is not to eat the Lord's supper. For in eating, everyone taketh before other his own supper, and one is hungry, and another is drunken. What have ye not houses to eat and to drink in?
Right.
Or despise ye the church of God?
Well, you hate it. Like I said, you taking away. Like, remember we was in camp. You know what I thought about? Oh boy, you know what I'm saying? Oh, you know what I'm saying? Oh, you know about the other day.
No, I'm talking about moving downtown and the boy was sitting there, he was stepping all on the tying the picture up, and he was basically taking away from, that's it, then we got 3 boot kisses.
And we out there blazing that camp.
Yeah, 3 boot kisses.
They sent this, we call graham cracker. That goddamn graham cracker. He was a, he was goddamn such a cool. He didn't even want a boot kiss. We got sisters getting boot kisses. You know what I'm saying? We got this brother just trying to, you sitting there and you taking it away. Getting all this knowledge. Acting like you want it, but you don't really want the knowledge. You just, you know what I'm saying? You just trying to find any reason to come to be against it. Right. When it's like, bro, instead of being like, how about thinking, what can I do to make this thing better? You see what I'm saying? What can I bring to this to make it better and to make it prosper even more? How can I help it? You know what I'm saying? Like, how about thinking like that? Instead of coming in thinking, well, let me, you coming in looking around like you the goddamn, expecting that. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. That's so effeminate. So sweet and moist. It's horrible. It's horrible, man. Like, you gay, fam. You are gay. My name's gay. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's so gay when we doing so much work. When you can be, you know what I'm saying? Like, the thing that you dislike about it could be the thing that is missing because you too busy being gay. Like, that's your job. Like, that's something that you can do. Like, you seeing something wrong, help us fix it. Right. Instead of trying to come up, you know what I mean? Like, the reason we lack it in this area because you're not using your gifts to make it better. You're not using the gifts that the Most High gave you to make the shit better. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're gonna be stronger than our weakest link. All right, you the weakest link. Because you just in this motherfucker trying to find a reason to argue, a reason to disagree. Like, come on, man, get your soft ass out. I mean, it's like, anyway, let's moving on. Where we at, man? We good on that? Anything else? All right. So let's go. We right there. So let's do. Oh yeah, let's just grab this because we were just. I'll go to Matthew 24 real quick. Matthew 24, just to to stay right there because being in these end times, and we're gonna finish on like I said with the get into the laziness, the absolute laziness and slackness, man. That's gonna bring us down, bring us true down if it continues down.
So Matthew 24 and what?
Five.
The book of Matthew, chapter 24, verse 5. For many shall come in my name, saying, I am Christ.
We were just talking about the many should do what?
And saying, I am Christ, and shall deceive many.
Right, that's these end times, man. Like that's the time that we, like we said, all the fakeness, like the brother was bringing up, it's gonna happen. Many shall come in my name, talking about I am Christ, and deceive many. But it's like you got real in there who's not trying to butter you up and try to, you know what I'm saying, seduce you to believe in something. Leave. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't gotta be here. Go. Like everybody's trying to game you up to be here and be around us, but we just fine. And we gonna keep rocking and rolling, and you can just go. Nobody's trying to force you to be here and sweet talk you to be here and game you up to be here. Go ahead.
So like, I heard somebody say one time back in the day that this verse was saying like people gonna come in Yahushua name saying that Yahushua is the Christ and they want to see him.
Right, that's what I'm saying. They gonna you that come in.
Now like people trying to say like that Yahushua wasn't the Christ. So it was like some weirdo group or something I heard use this scripture twisted up, trying to say like people will come and say that this is Yahushua saying he wasn't the Christ. Something weird.
Yeah. Like what? Like, you know, like exactly the point. I said that many shit gonna be saying garbage in my name. Anything they gonna say. You know what I'm saying? Keep going. Read it from the top again.
Come. Matthew 24, verse 5. For many shall come in my name, saying, I am Christ, and shall deceive many. Verse 6. And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars.
Right. This is all the end time like I'm telling before getting into the topic. I said we in the end time. You're seeing these. Y'all hearing about the wars, the rumors of wars. People coming in the Most High name. You hearing? You know what I'm saying? You hear these Muslims, even in the Muslim, like I said, that brother Farrakhan is reading out the Bible more than the damn Quran when he's talking. You know what I'm saying? You see they whole goddamn mosque is empty. They God disappeared. On their end, didn't it? Coronavirus came, boy, they God is gone. He on strike from the coronavirus. It's over. That rock, nobody kissed that rock all month,
Like the man even had said out his own mouth that he knew he said he finally realized he'd been teaching the wrong doctrine. He said it out of his mouth, I've been teaching the wrong doctrine. He said, I hope the Lord forgive me.
You said Muhammad?
Farrakhan.
I mean, man, if you can pull it, I want to pull that up on this TV and show it right here. If we could pull that up and show it. You know what I'm saying? That'd be dope. If we got that. I'm not surprised, because like I said, every time I've heard him, I'm like, do this nigga ever read out the Quran?
Right,
like, every time I've heard him speak, he's reading out the damn Bible. I'm like, I thought the nigga was the Muslim. Go ahead.
Like that's a powerful point you brought up with the mosque. The people not going out the mosque, with the Mecca. People not going around the Mecca, because not only that, but in the Catholic Church, they taking out the holy water, because you know what I'm saying, they don't want to spread the coronavirus through the water and all that. So like the Most High is destroying all these.
So the coronavirus that killed their God.
Right.
Good night. The coronavirus that defeated their God. You can't even serve your God in them.
Right.
Like God has been defeated by the coronavirus. Ain't that something? You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. Ain't nobody like, I ain't heard one person in all of the niggerdom said they're not going to the Passover.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Anything is canceled. We are glorifying the fact that the tickets are so cheap now. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, we've been, you know what I'm saying? I wouldn't be surprised if the devil try to, you know what I'm saying, stop our event, you know what I'm saying, trying to close down, because we rented out that big ass stadium.
Yeah.
And they trying to say, you know, we on a state of emergency, you know, something weird. You know, I'm like, I've been looking at the news and I'm seeing that they talking about all this garbage. I'm like, they gonna try, they gonna fuck around and try. But I'm like, knowing them, it's only niggas. I let them do that, yeah.
Right.
Like, only niggas, blacks, Hispanics, and natives is all that's invited. Oh, they good. Let them do it. You know what I'm saying? We ain't gonna shut that up there now. Because they think that the Lord ain't with them. They think it's something gonna happen. Well, we're gonna be just fine with them. They're gonna be down outside of the event. They're gonna be just fine. No signs of nothing. You know what I'm saying? But keep going on that, Salah.
Come on. And ye shall hear wars. Sorry, ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled.
See what?
That ye be not troubled.
Don't even worry about it. Don't worry about none of this stuff, man. These spiritual wars, plague wars, all of it's warfare. You know what I'm saying? Don't worry about none of this stuff, man. You serving the Most High, you have nothing to worry about. You're not serving the Most High, worry very much. You know what I'm saying? Be very afraid. Be very, very afraid. You ain't serving the Most High. Definitely be afraid if you ain't serving the Lord. You serving the Most High, the Lord's business, man, don't worry about nothing. Like you know what I'm saying, man, we've been glorying in this. Like the gyms is open. Ain't nobody using none of the equipment. You go to the gym now, boy, the gym is way in the gym. Boy, you got a gym to yourself. All the weights is yours. You know what I'm saying? You got to share with nobody. You can run all over the damn gym how you feel right now. Because they terrified. You know what I'm saying? Keep going.
For all these things must come to pass.
Right. It gotta happen, man. Like I said, you know, the fake prophets, the wars, the plagues, all these things got to happen. So that people know when the Lord come through and change all this thing up and show his power, it's like it's gonna be undeniable that the Lord of Israel is the Lord of Lords and King of Kings. It will be undeniable. Everybody will witness it. Go ahead.
But the end is not yet.
It's not yet. So be patient. Not yet. You still got some time to change, you know, to change your life and get to serving these long times of commitment. You got time. Even when that's happening, it can be in the last, you know, you really change it up. Well, it might have some mercy on you. Keep going.
Oh, come on. Verse 7. For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines, and pestilences, and earthquakes in diverse places.
There you go. Read that one more time, that last part.
And there shall be famines, and pestilences, and earthquakes in diverse places.
Right. The opposite is in earthquakes, tornadoes, pestilence, and all the diseases, you know, in all type of diverse places. You know what I'm saying? It's happening in everything. Like, don't just look at it on the physical level. Look at it when it comes to, you know, the economy. You know what I mean? That's warfare too. Earthquakes. The stock market has been shaking.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like earthquake. It is shaking. Earthquakes. That's a diverse place to have a shake. To shake the core. That stock market is shaking, man. Earthquakes is shaking to its core. I'm telling you, it's game time. Go ahead.
So like, yeah, it's bad as hell because Trump was just on TV the other day talking about if people can't go to work or they're too sick to go to work, that he trying to talk to these employers to give still pay them so they can still spend. That way the economy won't die, people farther down.
Good night. When is it? When is it out? Shit. When does that ever happen?
Never.
When is the Republican ever trying to ban niggas? Not work. I'm telling you, that's an earthquake, that's the word. That's the earth shaking. They money, they pipe, that stock market is shaking. earthquake in the birthplace. That's an earthquake that hit the stock market. Keep going.
Verse 8. All these are the beginning of sorrow.
All these are what?
The beginning of sorrow.
The beginning of sorrow. Everybody else who ain't serving the Most High, they sad. We in mourning and sad. What we doing? We buying cars. We kicking it. Get ready for the Passover, buying garments, happy, smiling. Like, damn, Joe, you see how they do that? Boy, it's like they jammed up over there. Boy, you see them? They sad though. But we know this is the beginning. This is the beginning for us. Like, this thing gotta happen for us to get our kingdom. We know this has to happen.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We gotta be like, man, it's finally okay. Man, I've been waiting. No time. You know what I mean? They gotta have it. Keep going. That's it on that?
Kind of.
All right. So that we don't get back and kind of go, you know what I'm saying, back and forth with these. But we're gonna go on to that, you know, like I said, the end times, and that's where we at. But just to make sure that we don't get complacent. Okay, the complacent is, somebody look up the word complacent. You know what I mean? Complacent. I want the exact definition. I know we can
explain it, right?
But sometimes to hit those synonyms and all of that. Go ahead, Brother Reed, you got it.
Complacent. Showing smug or uncritical satisfaction with one's self or one's achievement.
You see what I'm saying? You're happy with your personal achievements or what you got going on. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, yeah, we smiling and laughing about what they got going on, but that's a crumb when the whole kingdom is up. You satisfied with a crumb, you ready to kick your feet up over a crumb?
Right.
Go ahead.
That's the definition, but I would say it's another definition. Like, you know, when you get a word in synthesis, it basically means like not having the desire to grow, right, or become better.
You say you got that, but I love that. That hit it right on that. That's what we're doing. Not having the what?
The desire to grow.
Not having the desire to grow. You know what I'm saying? That's like going to lift weights and lifting fives. Every day you go, you lifting fives. Yeah, I killed the gym today. I lift fives all day, 10 times. Got up out of there. Come on, man. You ain't know nothing. You know what I'm saying? But that's what it is when you ain't got, you know, when you in this truth and we got so much things to do. But you ain't putting on, you ain't got no ideas, nothing. But that is gonna come from some vagina you need. You got all the ideas on how you gonna get it. All the ideas. I bet, man, I did it like this. What if I flipped it like this and did it like this and did it like that? All the ideas to get that vagina. But when it comes to pushing this truth, you don't have an idea. You don't have nothing. No ideas, nothing to offer, nothing. Nothing at all. Go get Proverbs 19 and 15, man. You know what I'm saying? We gotta don't be complacent, man. We getting crumbs. That's the crumbs we getting from the master play. The things that we complacent and happy about. It's absolute crumbs. And I'm not satisfied with crumbs, man. When the kingdom is mine, like when the whole pie, the oven and everything. Like you want the crumb, but the pie and the oven is yours. But you don't want to kick your feet up over the crumb. Go ahead, whoever got it.
Book of Proverbs, chapter 19, verse 15. Slothfulness casteth into a deep sleep, and an idle soul shall suffer hunger.
Come on, man. An idle soul shall suffer hunger. You're going to be starving. And you're going to be in a deep sleep. You ain't going to have nothing to offer. You're going to be unaware of everything that's going on, everything that you could be doing to be better. All the opportunities are going to pass you by because you are unaware. That's what that deep sleep talking about. You understand? That's the deep sleep that they were talking about. Adam was, he wasn't asleep, literally. He just was not aware of what was going on around him. That the bad things that the Lord had on to come through and snatch him up. But you're unaware of the opportunity that's presenting itself to you because you ain't caring about it. You know what I'm saying? That this ain't important to you. You know what I'm saying? Because it's not getting you high. You know what I'm saying? It's not getting you high enough. It's not making you, you know, bust or get hard or stuff. I don't know. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? Like, go ahead.
So like, you know, personally, you know, I know for sure, the number one thing for me, man, is money, bro. Like you have so many ideas on how you get a better job, or how to figure stuff, but you don't really apply that to the truth, right? That's definitely something that I know I gotta work on for sure.
Yeah, you gotta apply like every day. Like Cap just said the other day, Cap was all right. You like, man, my whole thing every day I think about what can I do to push the truth down? What can I do to make push the truth more? What can I do? That's why you see him on interviews doing, you know, he already like you look at him, you got it all. You won, you got everything, you know what I'm saying? But he's still out there working like he's a goddamn trooper or something. Right? Working and pushing, like that's, you know what I'm saying? If you ain't got nothing to all you ain't pushing, man. You ain't using your resources. You know what I'm saying? When you jammed up, you gonna make sure you know you got what you need. You gonna make sure you got the money to get the things that you want for yourself. But what also now you got the money for this, you got the money for this now, but you ain't had that for the truth. You know what I'm saying? You got the time for this now. You got the time to hang out with this person and that person, but you ain't got the time to come and, you know what I mean? Like put that time in with your brothers. Like, you know, put that time in this truth. Use that same energy that like we were just talking about, that's getting into the world to go do all the nonsense. How about putting that energy in here? You know what I'm saying? The energy you put into the things that's going to benefit you. How about trying to benefit somebody else? You know what I'm saying? How about just try to do something that's not going to benefit you at all. It's going to benefit somebody else. You know what I mean? Like you ain't gonna get no benefit from it personally. Somebody might you might not even get a thank you. I'm just doing it because I can. You see what I'm saying? Like when you know that the Lord sees all, you know what I'm saying? The Lord, he's gonna come back. But that's slothful. Go to Colossians 3:17 real quick.
Colossians.
Go ahead.
What's that word? Colossians. Oh, it's a Colossians. You said Colossians what?
Colossians 3:17. You know what I'm saying? We gotta do the things that we do. You know what I'm saying? We gotta make sure that we do it in the right spirit. Whoever got it, go ahead and read it, man.
You want to start on
Colossians chapter 3, verse 17. And whatsoever you do in word or deed, do all in the name of the Lord YAHANNA.
Read that again.
And whatsoever you do in word or deed, do all in the name of the Lord YAHANNA.
Everything you do, you should be doing for the Most High. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the mindset. That's being in the Holy Spirit. You know what I'm saying? Like that's being in the right spirit. Like I'm doing this for the Lord. Like I'm helping my brother for the Lord. I'm doing this to make sure this truth get pushed. Because you know, like I said, you've been doing your thing forever. You know what I'm saying? How many years you've been on earth, you've been doing your thing and what you want to do. It's over with that. It's over with for doing the things that's going to benefit you directly. Like doing the things that's going to ultimately benefit you, but a lot of times brothers don't see that. That you putting in the work for the truth and building, like you don't know what you do for yourself by doing that. You know what I'm saying? By helping brothers out, doing something else, you know what I'm saying? Paying your tithes. Now you don't see how, you don't even understand how they're going to come back to you in the long run. You know, because brothers, they use that, what you call instant gratification. The thing that's going to benefit me right now. Like, almost, you know, you got to do things for the Most High, man. You got to be for the Lord. Grab, matter of fact, let's drop down, I think, drop down to 22.
Eye service.
No, what?
Eye service.
What is that talking about?
Right.
The things that you can see,
Uh-huh.
the things that you can see, like the benefit that you can see, you gotta do it without.
That's not that. Go ahead.
Or being seen,
What you mean?
like do it without trying to get like recognized or everyone look at me type.
Read that again. That's read it again.
Servants, obey in all things your masters according to the flesh, not with eye service.
Right. Not just doing things like, you only do things when you're going to be seen, when somebody going to, you know what I mean? When people around, when it's just us, you ain't got nothing going on. But when we at the Passover, or when we at a cookout or something like that, oh, now everybody is here to see, so now you want to be the best nigga on the planet, super nigga, super trooper, super officer, whatever. Like, but when it's just us in Minnesota or us in wherever you at, you have nothing going on. It's the bare minimum. Bare minimum. Nothing. You know what I'm saying? Nobody's here. I'm just doing it.
Like, so you were at 22?
Yeah.
3 and 22.
You said the first. Was there something before that should have been read? I think I missed something. We started at 17 and I went to 22, but I missed something between that. I think I skipped it for a reason.
No. Yeah, that's a white person. I was trying to find a brother.
Oh, he's on the wrong place.
Right. No, I'm talking about after 17, between 17 and 22, like that between there. Did you want to show you had read it?
We can read.
Go ahead, let's play what?
Verse
18.
18. Wives, submit yourselves unto your husband.
Right, okay, that's what I was saying. Right, yeah, like, that's why I skipped it. I skipped it for a reason. Like, that wasn't the point of the class. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, these proverbs, they're not proper. Look like they go out there, it was something. That's definitely always an amazing scripture. I don't understand that that's not happening when he's happening. Exactly what he's happening at all times. So you need that needs to come out real quick. Keep going.
Verse 22, right?
We was on 22 yet.
Okay. Servants, obey in all things your master according to the flesh, not with eye service, as man pleasers, but in singleness of heart, fearing God.
And man pleases, like you worried about pleasing man when you should be worried about pleasing the Most High. Like that's what this is about. Like that we try to establish our place in the kingdom of heaven. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the Most High is going to be the ultimate judge over everything. Like what position you have. Like you trying to please man, though. You know what I'm saying? You need to be trying to please the Most High and just doing this for what the Most High say. Go ahead.
So this is talking about the spirit that we in.
Right.
Like we should be looking for anything, just checking yourself when it comes to spirits.
Yeah, checking yourself when it comes to everything you do. Everything that you do, you need to think about it. Say, hey, is this going to shame the school? Is this going to benefit the school? How does this look on me and my family and my reputation? And like everything you do, it should be, like I said, the scripture, you need to be blameless. Make sure that you are blameless. Nobody going to be able to say, man, them U.P.K niggas, you know what I'm saying? All them U.P.K niggas, man, them niggas dirty and funky as hell or something. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Like, they can't say none of that about us. You know what I mean? You can't say nothing about you. You know what I mean? Or the things that you do say, it ain't gonna matter because you serving the Most High. You know what I'm saying? This thing, because they talked about Christ, and he was perfect. So people are gonna say things, but it don't matter what they say, because you know what I'm saying? But we know the truth. You know what I'm saying? We know that these people just what we call hating and jealous and envious. So that's what people do. Let them be able to say it, but none of those things, anything that they say can't be proven to make you look like you are a wicked brother or sister. You know what I'm saying? And the things that you do, don't do it to please men. You know what I'm saying? Do it to please the Most High. And when you do, like I say, in the midst of it, it's going to do everything.
Like, you know, so it's gonna have that collateral damage, that ripple effect. All right. Is that it on that?
Verse 23. And whatsoever ye do as to the Lord, and not unto men.
You see what I'm saying? That's the whole point of the thing. Do what you're doing like you're doing for the Lord, like the Lord said. Like people who do, you do it for my littlest, like you did it for me. In that scripture that he said, you're doing unto my littlest, it's like you've done it to the Most High. The thing that we're doing, you're doing it for the Most High. Put work in, think about things that you can do every day. Like what can I do? What connections do I have? How can I help to the truth? How can I help push the truth? What can I do to make this thing better? To make us look more glorious to the Lord? Like, you know, like, do something. You know what I'm saying? Think of things to do every day, all day. Ideas. Be what you call it, innovative. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't be slackness and slothfulness. Grab go to Proverbs real quick. Go back to Proverbs 20 and 4. Somebody else grab Ecclesiastes 9 and 10. Somebody grab Proverbs 20 and 4. Somebody 9 and 10. Go ahead, grab the one you got.
Proverbs chapter 20, verse 4. The sluggard will not ply by reason of the cold. Therefore shall he beg in harvest and have nothing.
You see what I'm saying? Read that again, please.
The sluggard will not plow by reason of the cold.
Right, he won't plow by reason of the cold. It's cold, you know what I mean? Like, you know, winter's coming. Right? Well, go ahead. What you gonna
say? Like he's basically saying nigga make an excuse.
Right. You're not gonna plow.
It's too cold outside.
Too cold. It's winter's coming. You gonna make an excuse, and you also ain't gonna prepare. Read and keep going.
Therefore shall he beg in harvest.
You see, you ain't plowed when it was cold out, when it was time, you know what I'm saying? You didn't plow. So when it's time to reap the benefits, you ain't got nothing. You ain't gonna have nothing because you didn't give nothing. And that's what's gonna happen, man. You ain't putting nothing in, you ain't gonna get nothing out. You putting the bare minimum in, you're doing the opposite of the bare minimum, that's what you're gonna receive. You're gonna get the bare minimum, you're gonna be at the bottom. You can be, like I said, it was so glorious to see all of the brothers get real captive. And to hear the great things that generals and captains have to say about these brothers. It's just glorious. Like, because we know the work that they put in on it pays off. And we know, like, and the brothers who know, we know what that means and it's true. Like, you know what I'm saying? Your reach is unlimited. Like, you can call and get, you know what I'm saying? Like, the things that it come with. You just know, like, man, I'm a made, you know, they got a made man in the mob, they got, you know, you like a made man. And you made in there, like, you good. As long as you stay honorable, you made, bro. You straight. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you didn't work the, you know, maybe trying to be in the streets, trying to work your way up to, work my way up to manager. You know, rob that motherfucker blind. Like, when you trying to work to the super drug dealer, the best weed seller on the south side. You know what I'm saying? Like, that was your goal. Like, you know, when you can be a made man in this truth and be beloved and honored all through the earth, you be able to take you in earth and be provided and taken care of and have everything you need. I've seen it because I've done it and traveled the earth. And brother I never seen in my life treat me like they knew me my whole damn life. It's a glorious thing to behold and to be a part of. You know what I'm saying? Or, you know, just, you know, continue to, you know, continue with the crumbs in the bare minimum. And you will reap that reward. You know what I mean? That's what you want. All right, we'll grab, who got the other scripture?
Sorry, you said Ecclesiastes 9 and what?
10.
9 and 10? Yeah, I got it.
Go ahead.
Ecclesiastes 9 and 10. Whatsoever thy hand findeth to do, Do it with thy might.
Do what?
Do it with thy might.
What does that mean? Well, so whatever your hand finds to do it with thy might. Go ahead. What does that mean?
Do it like you care with everything you got.
Say it again.
Do it like you care with everything you got.
Give him a hand, please. Whatever you do it with everything. Give it your all. Like I said, like brothers know how hard they work to do both goddess. You remember, like I remember. You remember how hard you worked to do the garbage that you did in the world. Whatever you do for this truth, do it with everything you got. With all the effort, all the attention and detail. But just do it. Do it with everything that you got to try to make this truth great. Anything, think about it like this. Anything we lacking in this truth is because you ain't doing it. Okay? That's why we lacking it because you're not doing it. And that's just it. And when you think about it like that, it'll make you be like, man, it'll make you push harder and go stronger. Like, I said, kind of to tell me, like, look, let brothers do stuff. You know what I'm saying? Give brothers the chance to be great. You know what I'm saying? And to show their zeal and their commitment and things. Don't just do everything. You get the orders, you just do it. You know what I mean? But when you got brothers and you got men coming up, you don't want to, take all the damn glory for yourself. You know what I'm saying? Let your man shine. You know what I'm saying? Let them show that they great, they got skills and talents, and they bring stuff to the table. They can do things. You know what I'm saying? And that's what you want to do. Anything you can do, be great at it. Be great. Do it at the best of your ability, like you did when you was in the world. And bring that same mission. Be great. Keep going on that.
For there is no work, nor device, nor knowledge, nor wisdom in the grave, whither thou goest.
Read that. Listen to this close. Read that again, please.
For there is no work, nor device, nor knowledge, nor wisdom in the grave, whither thou goest.
You're going to die and be known for nothing. You're going to die and go and die. And what are you going to be known for? Are you going to be known for your wisdom? Are you going to be known for how much energy and effort you put into the truth? What are you going to be known for? What are you going to be remembered as? What's going to be your legacy? What is brothers going to say about you? Like I said, we heard what them brothers said about these brothers that's living and what they've done so far, and they still got more work to do. Because with great power comes more responsibility. They only got more responsibility with that rank raise. Right. They got to do more now. How are you going to remember? Because you're going to the grave. What are people going to remember you as? A person that done the bare minimum, that offered nothing, or somebody that, man, that brother gave everything he had. He put everything in this truth. And the Lord, said we're going to pray and that the Lord going to give them everything. And the Lord is going to see what that brother's work. That brother worked, and he, every week, every day, he made sure he did something towards making this work better. You know what I'm saying? What's your legacy going to be? Because you headed to the grave. That's what, you know what I'm saying? What you want your legacy, what you want us to remember you as. All right. Let's see, let's grab, somebody grab 1 Timothy 5 and 8. Somebody go to Proverbs 6 and 6.
Proverbs 6 and 6.
Proverbs 6 and 6. Then we can get, well, we got 3 brothers. All right, let's get somebody can go grab. While they waiting on that, go to Ephesians. Ephesians 5 and 18. Let's get all 3 of them because we got running on the time a little bit. We can go a little bit. I want to get a few of these scriptures, man, to bring this thing home.
Proverbs chapter 6, verse 6. Go to the ant, thou sluggard, consider her ways and be wise.
Yeah. I don't know if y'all see how serious what that scripture just was. Read that again.
Proverbs chapter 6, verse 6. Go to the ant, thou sluggard, be wise.
And slither away. Go to the ant, thou sluggard. You see something like, look at the ant. They got, you know what I'm saying? Like, everybody that kicked over my anthill and said, man, you know how hard they had to work for that. You know what they're going to do? They're going to make 7 more. Look at the ant and how hard they work being so small. And how they do 3 times their weight. Like, study that sluggard. You sluggard who complains about what you have to do and how hard your life is, consider that.
It's like, man.
Keep going.
Go to the ant, you sluggard, consider thy way and be wise.
Consider their way, consider that, like what they have to go through and how they have to survive, and then think about yourself. And what do you do to make sure that you have everything that you need to be great? Who got that other scripture I said?
No, you said First Timothy what?
8.
Okay.
Go ahead.
1 Timothy chapter 5, verse 8. But if any provide not for, especially for those of his own house, he have denied the faith and is worse than the infidel.
Read that again.
But if any provide not for his own, especially for those of his own house, he have denied the faith and is worse than an infidel.
Worse than an infidel. Look up somebody who got infidel definition. So you can find out what they do. If you ain't doing what is true, this is for your own people. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what this is doing. Like, everybody, they hate on us for what we doing in this truth. And how we only care about us and hating us. Read that scripture again.
But if any provide not for his own, especially for those of his own house.
You provide not for your own, especially those of your own house. You ain't caring about your own people, your own tribe, your own nation. Keep going.
He has denied the faith.
He did what?
Denied the faith.
Right.
And is worse than an infidel.
What is an infidel? Please get that real quick. Go ahead.
Infidel, a person who does not believe in religion or who adheres to a religion other than one's own.
You worse than that disgusting bastard. That nigga who believes in shooting people in his own mouth. The atheists, the brothers who talk about rape and who has no morals, no morals, code or standard. You worse than them when you don't support your own people. You know what I'm saying? You don't support your own house like this. You know what I'm saying? Like, you worse than that person. All right? Yes, sir. Understand. Go ahead.
Did you ask for Ephesians chapter 5 and 18?
5 and 18?
Yep. Because I have for that.
No, 5 and 15 through 18.
Oh, okay. You want me to read it?
Yeah. That's what I'm.
Ephesians chapter 5, verse 15. Chapter 5, verse 15. See then that ye walk circumspectly. That's a good word, right? See then that ye walk circumspectly, not as fools, but as wise, redeeming the time because the days are evil. Wherefore,
No. Say that again.
redeeming the time because the days are evil. Am I saying it right?
Let me double check what you mean.
Yeah.
He said it properly.
Ephesians chapter 5, verse 16.
15,
and that's on 16 where I was at.
Ephesians chapter 5, 15. Go ahead again. Go from 15.
Ephesians chapter 5, verse 15. See then that you walk circumspectly, not as fools, but as wise, redeeming the time because the days are evil.
Right. Who do you want, before I give it, anybody, do we understand that? Or you want to give it a shot?
You want the definition of circumspect?
Yeah, I need
Just so
that.
everybody.
Yeah, that's what you always want to go, because you can pull up other what you call it, other things on your book. You know what I'm saying? So you want to grab.
Yeah, I got it. So circumspect, wary or unwilling to take risks.
You see? So next one to that note.
See then that ye walk.
No. Definition.
What is that?
It should be two. No, that's good. But there's this one, it's another one that I heard that I like as well, but that was a good one. Ephesians, where we at?
5 or 6 on there.
You got a message.
Okay, so in Meriwether it says, careful to consider all circumstances and possible consequences.
So
go ahead.
basically saying being cautious, walk cautiously, and know the consequences of what you're doing. Basically,
It's right. Be careful how you live. You know what I'm saying? Read the scripture again.
Ephesians chapter 5, verse 15. See then that ye walk cautiously, circumspectly,
Right.
not as fools, but as wise.
Right. You know what I'm saying?
Redeeming the time because the days are evil.
Right. So be careful how you live. Don't live like a fool. You know how fools live. What they say. What's that phrase for the fools?
YOLO.
Give a man. That's the fool's phrase. YOLO. Like, don't live like you only live once, because you know that's a damn lie. You dumb. Because you was YOLOing this life. Yeah, all right, you YOLO right now. You won't be able to YOLO in the next life. You ain't gonna have no voice to YOLO with. It's a lie. So what was the next one? 16?
Chapter 16, redeeming the time because the days are evil.
What does that mean? Go ahead. Go ahead.
I say redeeming the time because the days are evil mean pay attention to every moment because you're being tested.
I like it. Anybody else want to add to it?
Basically trying to make up for the time that you did wrong. Redeeming the time is like making up for the time that you lost, basically.
No. Go ahead.
Me? Yeah. I think it's saying like making sure that you use your time wisely because your day is trying to knock you off your feet.
Give them that's the point. You know what I'm saying? That is the point. You know what I'm saying? The whole point is it's evil time. Like make the time count. You know what I'm saying? You don't got, make the best thing. Like I said, how do you want to be remembered? What are you doing with your time? Are you making the best of the time that you have? This is a gift. This time on this earth is a gift, especially this time in the truth. Like you've been given, you know what I'm saying? Like the Lord has allowed you to come into the truth. So when you do pass after this time, if the Christ ain't back, you can even further, like, you don't even know the position that you're going to have. You know what I'm saying? Just by doing the right thing. Like your position is being made by the actions and the choices that you make now. You're creating your position in the kingdom of heaven now. That's what I'm saying. Like, that's what I'm like, I don't get it. Like, I remember coming into the truth, like, I just wanted to be, you know what I'm saying? Like, do whatever I could, you know what I'm saying? I was just, because I don't know, I'd be dead in that shit again. You know what I'm saying? But it's crazy. Go ahead, Slide.
Yeah, my brother precept from Paul.
Go ahead.
Romans chapter 13, verse 11. And that, knowing the time, that now it is high time to awake out of sleep. For now is our salvation nearer than we believe.
Man, give him a hand. That's right on point. Right on the point. It's time to wake out of sleep because it's over with. So Make your election sure, like the scriptures say. Make every time count, like what they say, redeem in the time, because the days are evil. Look, it's ugly out here. You know what I'm saying? In the world. So make the best of the time that you have. Keep going. There's some more scriptures up on there.
Wherefore, chapter 17, Ephesians chapter 5, verse 17. Wherefore be ye not unwise, but understanding what the will of the Lord is.
Right. That's self-explanatory. You know what I'm saying? The Lord put you in this truth, not for you, but to do his will. You have gifts that he's given you that he wants you to use for his work, not for your own, you know what I'm saying, wishes. Your life is over. It's over with. Your life died when it was whoever you was in the world. Whatever that name was, you died with that. Now, I'm saying with the kids, like when you're a kid, your daughter, you have a kid, like, I just want to, oh no, your life is over. Your life belongs to them kids. Right. That's your life. It's in them children. Sick of fucking your thoughts and feelings. It's over with for you. When they 18 and gone, you count them years. You should be 58 years old. 58, I'm back out here. I'm traveling. It's all me at 58, baby. You know, that's your lane right there. Think about 58. You know what I'm saying? You know, whatever time we'll be, you know what I'm saying? You get some babysitters along the way, thank the Lord for it. But right now, you know what I'm saying, soon, that won't be the case. But right now, that's the situation. You know what I'm saying? So, read that again.
Wherefore, or chapter 17, wherefore be ye not unwise, but understanding what the will of the Lord is.
Keep going.
And be not drunk with wine, wherein is excess, but be filled with the Spirit.
Right. Don't be in excess. We understand what an excess is, but go ahead.
Out of moderation. Yeah, sloppy drunk.
Don't be around and pissing on your damn self. Pissy drunk somewhere, jammed up. You know what I'm saying? Just embarrassing yourself in the truth and everybody. You know what I'm saying? Instead of, you know what I mean? Don't do it, man. We all understand we're in excess to where it's this, you've done too much. You've done too much, you did too much, you've embarrassed yourself, you've embarrassed the school, you've done, you know what I'm saying, you've caused drinking has becoming a problem in your life. Okay? So the whole few scriptures right there, watch the time. Time is valuable. The time that you have, think about who you want to be remembered as, because your time is not guaranteed. It's short. The days are evil. Probably, if you was to die today or tomorrow, how would you want to be remembered? You know what I'm saying? Would you want to be known as somebody who gave their all, put everything they could into something that they believed in, or be a damn sluggard, like the scripture said? Somebody grab your feet, 2 Thessalonians 3 and 6. And I think we already got 1 Timothy, right? 1 Timothy 5, and then we did that one. Grab Luke. Grab Luke 16 and 10 and something. And we'll probably finish off these, because I know we kind of over time. Yeah, we'll finish with these two. Second Thessalonians 3, grab Luke 16 and 10.
Are you ready for that one? 2 Thessalonians, you ready?
Yeah, I get it.
2 Thessalonians 3 and 6. Now we command you, brethren, in the name of YAHANNA Christ, that you withdraw yourselves from every brother that walketh disorderly.
Read that again.
Come. 2 Thessalonians verse 3. 2 Thessalonians 3 verse 6. Now we command you, brethren, in the name of Yahawashi Christ, that ye withdraw yourselves from every brethren that walk disorderly,
You see?
and not after traditions which he received of us.
Right. You don't want to be with the brothers in the world. All right. You spending more time with friends and family in the world than you are with brothers and sisters in the truth. It's going to be real bad for you. You know what I'm saying? And that's the scripture. That's not my read it out of 1 Thessalonians, 2 Thessalonians. It's the scripture saying, and it's saying it for a reason. Read it again.
Okay. 2 Thessalonians chapter 3, verse 6. Now we command you, brethren, in the name of Yahawashi Christ, that ye withdraw yourselves from every brother that walketh disorderly.
Around people who disobey the Most High, you can get jammed up like them. The punishment that's coming to them, if you with them, you're gonna catch it too, because you refuse to not be with them. They're gonna pay for the thing. The wages of sin is death, right? We know that. You hang with people in the world, kicking with them all the time, something horrible is gonna happen to them, and you're gonna be jammed up right with it. He said, I beg you, keep going.
Come. And not after of the traditions which he received of us.
No, from the topic, one more time.
Come. Chapter 2 Thessalonians 3, verse 6. Now we command you, brethren, in the name of Yahawashi Christ.
Right. You begging the brother, man. I beg, like, you know what I'm saying? You gotta see what the Lord is saying. Like, I beg of you, in the name of Yahawashi, I'm asking you, stop hanging with the doing the things that you're doing to these people in the world. Women, brothers, stop doing it. Keep going.
Come. That ye withdraw yourselves from every brother that walketh disorderly, and not after of the traditions which he received of us.
Come on, man. Keep going.
7. For yourselves know ye ought to follow us, for we behave not ourselves disorderly.
Be like the U.P.K, man. We don't behave like that. This is who you should follow after. Not after the people in the world who are disorderly and doing those things. Don't be with them. Be with us. Keep going.
That was 7, 8. Come. Chapter 3, verse 8. Neither did we eat any man's bread for naught, but with laboreth and travail night and day, that we might not be.
Read it again from the top.
Verse 8. Neither did we eat any man's bread for naught, but wrought with laboreth and travail night and day, and we might not be chargeable to any of you.
Right. We ain't taking nothing from you. That means like I'm gonna give it to you because for the time's sake. Neither did we eat any bread for naught. We ain't taking nothing from you that we ain't paid for. You know what I mean? Like any bread for naught, we ain't taking nothing that we ain't earned. You know what I'm saying? We ain't taking nothing from you, brother. We being honored. What's that second part say?
Be wroth with labor.
But wroth with labor and travail. Right? We didn't want to burden anybody. You know what I'm saying? We wasn't a burden to you. We don't want nothing from you. We just want you to be a brother. You know what I'm saying? We don't want nothing from you. Well, you just being a brother to us, being a brother, that's all we want. We ain't trying to take nothing from you or nothing. We trying to you to do this is what the Lord said. You're 10%, you know what I'm saying? No, we don't want no extras from you. Anything you do it because that's what you want to do. Nobody's forcing you. Nobody's taking from you or stealing from you. All right? Be brothers in here, man. Keep going.
What was it?
8.
Neither did we eat any man's bread for naught, but wroth with labor and travail night and day,
Right.
that we might not be chargeable to any of you.
Right. We work for what we do. You can't see, you know what I'm saying? You don't owe me nothing. I owe you nothing. What we did, we worked for it. We didn't take nothing from you. You know that we in this together. You know what I'm saying? We brothers. We in this thing together. We working together. I ain't taking nothing from you. None of that. Keep going. Now, 8.
That was done with 8, verse 9.
Yeah.
Come. 2 Thessalonians chapter 3, verse 9. Not because we have not power, but to make ourselves an example unto you to follow us.
Read that again.
Verse 9. Not because we have not power, but to make ourselves examples unto you to follow us.
Right. Not because we couldn't. You see what I'm saying? Not because we shouldn't. For the work that we do, that we couldn't say, bro, pay us. So, you know what I'm saying? Hit us with, well, we helping you. We help with you, counseling with you, you know, helping you with anything you need. You know what I'm saying? We doing everything. Not that we couldn't ask for it. What to say? We certainly could ask you to feed us, but what?
But not because we have not power, but to make ourselves an example unto you to follow us.
Right. But to show you how real men live. That's what the I.S.U.P.K is about, to show you how real men do things. Help and do something this is work that's going to get done. Whether you help or not, I'm going to give you an opportunity if you want to. Not because you know what I'm saying, I'm going to force you, which we could say, this is what you have to do. It'll be only right. You pay and do everything for everybody else in the world and pay them for their services for nothing. And we don't ask you for nothing. We say, give the bare minimum, 10%. They want 30, 40, all. You know what I'm saying? We don't even force you to give that. We don't, when you don't do it, do we say you're not welcome in? No. You know what I'm saying? We want to show you how men do things in the I.S.U.P.K. How Commander General YAHANNA has raised us up at 125th Hall of New York to be men. To do this thing because the Lord has called us to do it. And that's why we do it. Not because of what you give to us and what you do for us. We do this because of service to you. What that last part said?
But to make ourselves an example unto you to follow us.
This is to be an example. That's why. You see the patience, the love, and the care, that's for you. So you can see how to live. If I'm gone, you can take this on and keep doing it because you have an example of how to do it right. Even if you ain't ready to do it right now, you know how it looks to be done properly. Keep going, man.
Let me go to verse 10 out of one?
Yeah.
Come. 2 Thessalonians chapter 3, verse 10. For even when we were with you, we command you, that any would not work, neither shall he eat.
That's
Chapter.
That
was verse 10.
Read that again.
2 Thessalonians chapter 3, verse 10. For even when we were with you, this we command you, that if any would not work, neither shall he eat.
Right. So, like I said, I think that's pretty self-explanatory. Go ahead.
It's self-explanatory if you're not a Christian. Well, I can hear a woman telling you, you ain't working, you ain't doing nothing. Well, they ain't got nothing to do with that. It's what you providing to the truth, to the Most High. That's right.
All right. This is about the truth. They ain't got nothing to do with no damn job. So, yeah, I got that. It's, Christians on the line or something.
Yeah.
This is about the truth. If you ain't putting no work in this truth, you will continue to be on the bottom. Because this is the real work. The work of the Lord is the real work. Most of these women that say that shit, talking about so like they say that garbage, talking about if a man don't work, he don't eat. Christ was homeless. Christ would have been a scrub to them. No, I don't want no scrub. You ain't got no crib. That's what they would have did to Christ. They would shoot him off like this. Gave him you know that thing, you know what I'm saying? They would have did that to Christ.
Damn.
flinging them away. He didn't have a crib. You know what I mean? Like Christ said, the foxes have holes, the birds have nests, but the Son of Man have nowhere to lay his head. Christ didn't have, you know what I mean? This ain't about that. This is talking about the work you do in this truth, man. You ain't believe. Christ ate. Christ ate good. He always had somewhere to go because of the work he put in, the work he did, the reputation he built. Right in the last scripture I said, I called for it, and we're going to end with that.
Luke 16:10. Luke 16, verse 10. He that is faithful in that which is less is faithful also in much.
Read that again.
He that is faithful in that which is less is faithful also in much.
What does that mean? Go ahead.
Basically, it's like, if you're faithful in the little things, if you put a lot of work into the little things, you'll put a lot of work into the big things.
Now, say it, U.P.K. Say it, U.P.K. You can say it pretty much. I want to say it how. What is that saying? Go ahead.
Don't pray when you down and out. Like it's there like a prayer like a precept. Like,
no, that's
good.
good.
When you have nothing, it's good. It's good to. I mean, when you have a lot, it's good to still give thanks to the Most High, rather than just when you have nothing.
I like that too, but it's not the one. That's not the U.P.K. phrase I'm looking for right now. Who got it? Come on, man. Who got it? I see a hand going up. Hold on. Man, I lost my. Salaki, wait 1 second, 1 second. Hold your point real quick.
That's what I'm about to say. God. God.
Who got it? Who got it?
You can get that glove if you want.
I would say the best trooper make the best general.
Give him That's U.P.K. The best troopers make the best generals. You ain't shit you don't got to read now. Read the scripture again.
Come on. Luke chapter 16, verse 10. He that is faithful in that which is less is much.
You know what I'm saying? You were a great trooper, young person, young sister. Before you get you're going to be an amazing sister. You're a great trooper. You're going to be the best trooper is the best general. Period. Point blank. That's U.P.K. You faithful over little, you'll be faithful over much. You ain't doing nothing with the little things. The Lord knows you just get comfortable right there. Get nice and comfortable. Trust me. Get comfortable. Get comfortable. Don't go in and get comfortable as an officer of 50. Because you will be there forever. Trust me. Trust me. Might not even make it there. You will be nice and cozy. You'll be nice, the best trooper you can be. And there's not nothing wrong with that. Maybe that's who you are.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I ain't saying it's a bad thing, but be faithful over it. Because if you ever did get something else, you will be faithful over that because you was the best trooper. You see what I'm saying? But you will not, the point is, you won't get nothing more if you don't appreciate and be the best at where you are. Okay? Yeah. It won't get better. You will stay right there. You won't move up. And you will be, why I keep going through the same thing? Why I keep going through the same thing? It's because you haven't learned the lesson that you're supposed to have at this level. You know how you got to play the games, you got to pass a certain thing to get to the next level? You ain't going to pass that level because you learned the lesson. You haven't learned how to pass that level yet. So you're going to remain there until you learn the lesson that you're supposed to learn, the right to move to the next one. But with that, I'm going to say Shalom, Yahweh, Hashem, Yahweh, Shabbat, Rakatah to all the brothers. Shalom, Yahweh, Shemal, Hashem, Yahweh, Shabbat, all the sisters. April 9th, Passover. You don't want to miss it. I.S.U.P.K.com. Anything you want to donate, hit I.S.U.P.K.com. donate to the I.S.U.P.K. If you want to send something directly to Minnesota, we got a Cash App, $ UPK Minnesota. You know what I'm saying? You want to support us, you know, here, man, you know what I'm saying? All of it is greatly appreciated, man. Boom, boom, boom. Yeah, that's that. But then I'm gonna pass the class over to Salaki, to Chuba Shafaya.
This is the I.S.U.P.K. We are. Well, the I.S.U.P.K. started out on 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Root for new brother and sister. When a new brother and sister comes into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to share themselves with the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has any interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There is another 6 months in which the brother or sister will court each other. After this 6-month period, the brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment. Numbers 18, verse 21. Malachi 3, 8 through 10. Means tenth in the Hebrew, YAHANNA. 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you. Give to the Treasury Department or teacher. Priest fund. Free will offering for priests. Not mandatory. Whatsoever amount you would like. Upcoming Holy Convocation. Passover, April 9th. White Plains, New York, be there. If anyone wants to become a trooper in the school, start wearing all black boots, shirt, pants, handbags, and scarves.
I'll get into the Lord's Prayer in the Hebrew. Abano, Shabbat Shemayim, Kodash, Ayah, Shimka, Yahweh, Balak, Yava'ah, Batazak, Ayah, Aisha, Ayah, Bashamayim, Nathaniel, Lakom, Yawam, Masalaki, Kawawati, Kasalaki, Kawawati, Aba'ai, Manasai Wam, Abo, Abashai, Mayan, Rod, Kaya, Lakab, Hamalakwa, Wahala, Wa'atapara, La'avalumium, Aman.
Lord's Prayer in English. Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Yahweh, thy kingdom come. Thy will be done. In earth, as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread. Forgive us of our debts. As we forgive our debtors. Lead us not into temptation. Deliver us from evil. Thine is the kingdom. The power, and the glory, forever. So be. Amen.
Going into the blessed Hebrew, I'm sorry, blessed Israel in Hebrew. Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushua, Barak Linawa, Yasharala, Wahabiyah, Saparian, Barak, Rapah, Magun.
Anybody got a person that they would like to send a prayer for? Just say their name. We're going to repeat the name and say the prayer.
Kunayala. Cigar. Yawasab. Aki. Amir. Yakudash. Tawala. Shikariya.
Kabbat. Kimberly.
Mariah.
I.S.U.P.K Minneapolis.
I.S.U.P.K Minneapolis.
All of Israel.
All of Israel. Rapar.
Oh, Kunayala. If you want to say it, go ahead.
Kunayala.
Dawala.
Shagariah.
All of Israel.
All of Israel.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Shah.
The
General.
generals. Captains. Officers.
The troopers.
The troopers.
Students.
The students.
The sisters.
The sisters.
Once again, all of Israel.
All of Israel.
David,
Rabir. Leader.
Dewana,
Jamal. Doobie. Denzel. Lil Carl. Shakar. Jonah. Isabella. Dinar. Larry. Zapata. Larry is Zapata. Richard. Stacy.
Bashem Yahushua,
The one out of month.
What we just said was, Lord, in the name of Yahushua,
Lord, in the name of Yahweh.
bless us in Israel.
Bless us in Israel.
In the school.
And the school.
Bless, heal, shield, protect.
Bless, heal, shield, protect.
Loved ones. In the name of Yahushua.
In the name of Yahweh.
Thank you so big.
Thank you so big.
I.S.U.P.K power structure. Blessed are you, Yahweh.
Blessed are you, Yahweh.
King of heaven and earth.
King of heaven and earth.
And all things living.
And all things living.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
In the name of Yahushua.
In the name of Yahweh.
Listen to us now.
Listen to us now.
Right now.
Right now.
Say evils and curses.
The evils and curses.
Punishment and destruction.
Punishment and destruction.
To the heathen.
To the heathen.
That speak against us.
That speak against us.
Thy prophets.
Thy prophets.
Thy teachers.
Thy teachers.
Thy princes.
Thy princes.
Thy priests.
Thy priests.
Israelite brothers.
Israelite brothers.
In the school.
In the school.
Say evils and curses.
Say evils and curses.
Punishment and destruction.
Punishment and destruction.
To the heathen.
To the heathen.
And shake loose the treasure.
And shake loose the treasure.
Of the rich of Israel.
Of the rich of Israel.
That refuse to give to the school.
That refuse to give to the school.
Force their riches to enter.
Force their riches to enter.
Into thy sanctuary.
Into thy sanctuary.
Say evils and curses.
Say evils and curses.
Punishment and destruction.
Punishment and destruction.
To the Edomites.
To the Edomites.
Their nation.
Their nation.
Their drug dealers.
And the drug dealers.
Their court system.
The court system.
Their prison system.
And the prison system.
Planned Parenthood.
Planned Parenthood.
All the governments of our enemies.
All the governments of our enemies.
Amalek synagogues and armies.
Amalek synagogues and armies.
Roman Catholic Church.
Roman Catholic Church.
Pope.
And the Pope.
Islam.
Christianity.
Egyptology.
Militia.
Ku Klux Klan. Every nation. Skinhead. Kamikaze. Gay movement. Lesbian movement. Spies. Workers of witchcraft. Master space program.
Army.
Navy. Air Force. Marine. Wall Street. Open up the internet. And the airways. The cable access channel. The radio channel. Convict the spirit of any of thy people. That try to stop us. And bring swift destruction. To all the heathen. That stand in our way. That try to stop us. From broadcasting your word. Throughout the planet Earth. Let us all the plagues. Cause them to go to and fro. Through the earth and consume them. Let the plague shake the house of the thief. And the murder. Let Yahushua. Michael and Gabriel. Come down with flying saucers. Punish all the heathen. That come up against us. To speak thy word. Prophets be known by all. That was the agent have done. Prophets be spread throughout the media. Through the whole world. Prophets be shaken thy coming. In the name of Yahushua. Thank you always. So be it. Alright, then Israel, we're going to give a courtesy salute. Michael Shabbat, Mike, Brock,
Yahweh Hashem Yahushua.
Shah, we're gonna give a courtesy salute to the sisters. Majid Shabbat, Majid, Barak, Yahweh Hashem Yahushua.
Yahweh Shemar, Elah, by Shani Hawashai.
It was Shah.
Sorry.
I can't even